potentially next week. Might depend on how this result goes. This is the chance for the Tigers to get them, and Moe are under enormous pressure to stay in the five.
Yeah, well, Moe will welcome back their leading goal scorer in Brandon McDonald into that forward line to play it. Go up there at full forward, give them a strong target up there. Of course, Nathan Noblett kicked 4 goals for the Tigers last week. Aidan Quigley, a lot of pace there and a lot of skill coming into this side. Berkeley McFarlane, Riley Oddie, Zach Carlson, some really good ends there for the Maul side. It's going to strengthen them. No love lost between these two arch rivals, the crosstown rivals here, being played at Moe. As good as Moe have promised, you just can't replace all those key players. They're missing Choco. That's a lot of injuries, and I think Morwell will just continue on being the surprise packet of season 2022 and get another win.
Yeah, it's a big couple of weeks coming up for Morwell, obviously with Traralgon next week, but I think this is probably the best Morwell side we've seen for a few years. Obviously, Aidan Quigley coming in is a class player. You know, you throw in Brandon McDonald, as you said, leading goal kicker. Berkeley McFarlane go through the middle. Riley Oddie is an underrated player. Obviously, he's going to be lacking the match fitness, but he's good for that lockdown back roll. And Zach Carlson as well through the mids is another good in. But I think the Tigers have a chance to turn the tables.
If Morwell win this game, they're going to be just out of the top 5 on percentage only.
Yep.
That's a huge. It's a huge turnaround from what we thought at the start of the year. I had them in the bottom 2 or 3.
Yep.
You're from Traralgon.
Yep. Hang on, I sponsor them all as well.
Oh, you do?
Come on, mate.
Yeah. That was your dad.
And a very hello to Pete.
So Morwell, he's throwing.
Yeah, Moore will win.
I think Morwell will win, and this is going to be a big thing for them. And you're right, coming up against the big clash next week against Traralgon, come on Maroons.
All right, we're going to get to a quick break. Before we do though, Wonthaggi take on Warragul. Lindsay comes into that Wonthaggi side who won last week by a point. They lose Tom Murray, who was in good form. Warragul get in Lynn and Wilson, and they lose a couple of youngsters. Paddy Island's gone to Gippsland Power. Liam Sarong is out of the side as well. I know we're predicting that Warragul are going to pressure Wonthaggi. Can they win?
No.
Wonthaggi for you?
Yeah, I think Wonthaggi are just starting to get the wheels rolling, and they'll daylight second.
Warrior will have to learn that Nick Mulqueen and Nick Graham do not make up a full side. And then Jed Lamb, I should throw him in as well. Those 3 will fire, no worries. It's the support they need, but Wonthaggi at home won't get beaten.
Well, after the break, we're going to touch on Leongatha taking on Sale. This big game, it's first quarter action coming up after the break. That's been the Gippsland Live pre-game show, and we've done it for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. You can save $500 on the Samsung quad door fridge. Now, just $2,500. Check out many more great deals at Harvey Norman.
It's one of the biggest parties in the world every year. And you could be there. New Year in New York. Flights, accommodation in the city that never sleeps, and exclusive tickets to welcome in the new year at the world-famous Times Square. 3, 2, 1. Stay listening to The Morning Crew with Gabby and Dan for your chance to win. New Year, New York, coming soon to TRFM.
The property market is up. Buyers across the Latrobe Valley are screaming for houses. It's the perfect time to sell, and KW Property Sales and Rental will make it happen. Get the results you deserve from the team that cares. Time to sell with KW Property Sales and Rental Morwell. Style has a new home in Gippsland, and it's Carpet Country. Carpet Country is proud to announce the launch of the Country Tiler. Building on decades of experience sourcing tiles from all over the world, they've condensed all of their knowledge into one stunning new contemporary showroom. With stunning tiles hand-sourced from only the finest suppliers, they have something for everyone, and with special orders and almost limitless buying power. Soon to be Gippsland's exclusive home of Laminex, the only limitation is your imagination. Drop in to see them at Argyle Street, Traralgon.
Now at Harvey Norman, hot deals across a huge range of fabric and leather sofas, dining tables and chairs, Australian-made furniture, home office, outdoor furniture and barbecues, with quick delivery available on a huge range. Plus, get 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments, and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Finance only available if you have or are approved for a participating Latitude credit card. Minimum finance amount $1,000. See T's and C's. Interest applies for non-compliance. Fees and product exclusions apply. Now at Harvey Norman.
With Optus Home Internet Family Plans, you get the perfect combination of speed, reliability and entertainment, all with unlimited data, so the whole family can stream, surf and game as much as they want. You'll also get a modem with 4G backup, plus Wi-Fi booster to help help extend coverage around the home. Plus, Netflix is now included with their family entertainer plans, so you can enjoy non-stop entertainment from the comfort of your couch. Head into your local Optus store at Bairnsdale, Sale, Traralgon, Mid-Valley and Warragul and chat with your friendly team about your home internet plans. Or go online today. T's and C's apply.
If you're a disability worker, register to show your commitment to a stronger, safer disability workforce. With Victorian registration, you can gain recognition for your experience and track record and show that you are a safer choice. Become a registered worker today. Call 1-800-497-132 or visit vdwc.vic.gov.au. Authorised by the Victorian Government, Melbourne.
Race into Autobahn and gear up for tax time. Get a 3000 PSI Viking Force petrol pressure washer, now $5.49. Save $50 and take off smoother with an EVC digital throttle controller, now $1.95. Autobahn.
Do you feel it? The confidence, the reassurance. Building a new home, and the process is clear the whole time. It leaves you free to explore every possibility. Free to enjoy every moment, every memory. Because at every stage, your builder is there, offering peace of mind. That's the GJ way. GJ Gardner Homes. Feel the joy building.
Iron Man. Iron Man.
For driving camping enthusiasts, it's that time of the year again. End of financial year sales. We're offering 15% off all suspension parts and 10% off bull bars and camping gear. T's and C's apply. So come down and see Jason and the team at Valley 4x4 and Outdoor, 16 Saskia Way, Morwell, the Valley's home of Ironman 4x4.
This is Gippsland Live for LV Forklifts. Hire scissor lifts, booms and forklifts locally. The first quarter is about to start on TRFM.
Very good afternoon and welcome to Parrot Park today. It is round 11 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League and it's great to have your company. It is Leongatha taking on Sale in this big game. Leongatha, the ladder leaders, undefeated. They had 8 out last week and they still managed to get a win. Even though it was a close game, they get inclusions into this game today. They get Wilcox, Jurek, Olden and Kim Drew coming into the side. While for the Magpies, well, they do sit inside the top 5, and are they going to be the challenger to this Leongatha side in 2022? Well, we'll find out in about 2 hours' time. This is going to be a great game of football. It's great to have your company. My name is Daryl Cooling for Gippsland Live and TRFM. Right across Gippsland and the Valley. And my co-caller this afternoon, it isn't Rob Popplestone. He's sunning himself in Adelaide. Of course, the great man is back, and his name is Brenton Wonga White. Wonga, good afternoon to you. Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, good afternoon, Daryl. Great to be here. Looking forward to this as the two sides have made their way out onto the ground, going through their warm-ups up each end of the ground, and both sides got some big boys out there. It's going to be a super game here today of Gippsland League football. Just watching the Leongatha side doing their centre clearance tap out work with big Benny Willis in there, the veteran of the Leongatha side, just getting a few tap outs, just setting themselves up for what's going to be a huge game here today. And looking forward to just seeing how this one pans out.
Special comments this afternoon and a cheerio out to Nick Boxer-Lakina. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hopefully the rash is fixing up for you nice and quickly. Of course, Wade Presley joins us. He is all thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. Wade, welcome back.
Thanks, Daryl. Yeah, really looking forward to today. Beautiful day. Who would have thought the weather would be like this at the end of June in Leongatha? But I think today's game, I personally think Sale are probably the biggest challenger to Leongatha, so we'll see what sort of judge I am.
Number one stats man in the business is Paul Carter. He is here, of course, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. He drove over the D-Max today, which is born to live and born to tow, and it's only available at Gippsland Isuzu Ute, LMCT 10285. Paul, good afternoon.
I was even allowed to sit in the front cab this time if I promised not to touch the windows, so and that wasn't too bad at all.
And not to tell Nick and Poppy.
And Poppy. No, correct. I think we've let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah. Doesn't it get funny around the D-Max? It's been going on for years and years, Daryl.
White gloves.
Just goes in
it's
there.
A beautiful vehicle.
Usually, I remember about years ago when we were calling together, you used to just put us underneath the canopy at the back and make us just go in there, wouldn't let us in the car. Yet he'd have in there, he'd have the boom box going, he'd have the arm out there, fat arming all the way down the highway. It was a disgrace.
Yeah, he stopped for coffee and told us to growl if any strangers come here.
You know how it all started. It started when you were in Wonga's Winnebago. On the far side at
the Wonga Winnebago.
The Winnebago, that's what it was. And of course, that's where it all started, because you had me in the back then, because now I get the nice Isuzu D-Max. And it's,
being in the back of the Winnebago is all right. It's got the big deluxe bed in the back there. It's got the hot shower.
Not as good as this Isuzu, I'll give you the tip. Who are we following today? Some of the key stats that you're going to take part in today, Paul?
Well, the Battle of the Ruckman will normally see Justin Pelicano and Ben Willis share the ruckwork for Leongatha, and they'll be up mainly against, I would imagine, Jack Leslie for sale. The Leongatha players we're looking at Matt Wilcox coming back into centre half back, Tom Marriott, Kim Drew up for his first game for the year. He's always a ball magnet. Ben Willis for his work around the ground as well as his tap work. Cam Olden, a star player coming back in there too. Travis Nash, whose form's been pretty good of late, and of course Luke Bowman and Aaron Heppel, who are both ball magnets as well. Kane Martin back in today. He's also will be sure to pick up a lot of kicks. Shannon Lang, who's having an outstanding season, if not going back to back with True Toward and Rodder Medal, who knows there. Jack McLaren, Chris Laverty, Jaden Allison, Will Leslie at centre half back, Jack Leslie for his work around the ground as well, and of course the coach Jack Johnston.
All right, Wade, some of the key matchups. Lockie Todd comes in for sale with Patrick Tainch and Kane Martin. They lose Blake Lane, Ryan Pendlebury and Finn Stevenson out of the side. Some of your key matchups.
Yeah, look, I think, as Paul said, the Ruckman will be a great battle, but you've also got, you look at the Leongatha mids, you got Marriott, Heppel, Bowman, going, you got Lang, Jaden Allison, and even Paddy Tainch, who's come in from Cowler a few weeks ago against Maul. He was really good playing on the wing. So, yeah, I think it'll be a battle in the midfield. And, yeah, obviously, over here at Leongatha, they've always got a big advantage.
Who wins? What's your tip?
I'll stay safe and I'll go Leongatha.
By how many?
23.
23?
Well, I love what I love is a strong attacking side. What I love even more than that is a really stingy back line, and that sums Leongatha up. They've got a back line that concedes very little, and they've got an attack that kicks a lot. So they've got it all happening in a midfield that just dominates. So I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to win it relatively comfortably, and they're going to win it by 18 points. Paul?
I'm agreeing with Wonga there. The out of Ryan Pendlebury really going to hurt that back line. He would have been a great lockdown for them across half-back. I think it's a Leongatha victory by about 35 points.
All right, I'm going to go Leongatha as well, but I think it might be a little bit closer. I think Sale can certainly challenge them on their day. I think they've got a potent enough forward line that can worry the back line and a little bit taller too. I think you might find that the taller Sale forwards might just trouble a few of the smaller Leongatha backs. So I still think Leongatha win. But you'll be surprised about this, Wonga. It's a 1-point margin.
Get off the fence, Daryl.
Box has just grown.
Yep. He'll be loving that. Anyway, we're about to get this game underway. Sale moving out to their positions, as are Leongatha. It looks to be that Leongatha will kick towards the city end of the ground. Sale kicking towards the Stredleckies.
Oh, well, that's right. They are kicking to it. Now, Daryl, we know Box is not that well today. How are you holding up? A little bit raspy there in the voice. Is that the Rod Stewart voice you're putting on out there for the lady listeners, or is it something going on? A bit of a tingle. We've been tested this morning.
I have been tested, and it's negative. And negative. For,
and what about your COVID test?
COVID come back negative as well.
Good.
A little bit scratchy. I hope that I'm going to get through, but I'm glad you're here, because if anyone can talk underwater, it's you.
True.
So you should be right. But in the middle of the ground for Leongatha, as we noted, the Pelicano will take the ruck duties up against Big Jack Leslie for this Sale side. He's a monster man in the middle of the ground. And then the midfield as well for Leongatha. Heppel. It looks like Marriott's in there. Yes, he's just got away from his yellow boots. So
Tommy Marriott looks like he's already been through 12 rounds before this game. The head's all strapped up. There's a little bit around the schnoz. Yep. Something might have transpired in the warm-up.
And Bowman's in there as well. So Whitehill looks to have the job on Marriott. The umpire will start this first quarter for LV Forklifts. And Pelicano got it down to Heppel. He was quickly tackled by Lang. And we're going to do things again.
Yes, in the middle of the ground, the ball did not move. The two big guys about to go at it. Pelicano starting in the ruck there instead of Willis. The tap goes out forward. Strong tackle, pulled down hard there. Whitehall was the tackler. And the first kick comes out from Jack Leslie. He goes long, high, looking forward for Martin, unable to take it. Leongatha defenders rush past the ball. Martin recovers the best onto the left foot. Goes inside forward 50 for Sale. Dropped a mark there he should have taken was Descent. The ball is on the ground. Leongatha looking to clear this out. Good pressure from the coach, Jack Johnston. Ball comes out now there to Freeman. Goes out long. Got a little mark inside forward 50. That's to the gun in Shannon Lang. He's going to be having a shot hard pressed against the boundary line, around about 25 to 30 metres out, but a tough kick for a right footer from that pocket.
Yeah, no breeze to speak of, as Lang has it deep in the pocket. Good work by the Magpies in that build-up. Just the weight of numbers won out on that occasion. Early into this first quarter, as Lang's right foot kick puts it on its way, and just as it hit the upright, I think it may have hit the goalpost. It did. That was a great effort from the boundary. And the first score goes to the Magpies to kick things off for round 11. Paul?
And that's on the LV Forklift scoreboard, and it took about 1 minute and 20 seconds, one behind to Sale.
Forrester to bring the ball back into play. He plays on quickly, looks to go long down the middle. Big effort there by Freeman of Sale. He tried to get the spoil. Comes out, quick handball, Lang in the thick of the action again. They go back inside forward 50. Again hit the Sale side. They've pulled out a free kick going the way of Johnson. They've called advantage. He's gone through for the first goal of the day and he's missed it. He's missed that shot there in Freeman. He was running into an open goal. He was unable to put it through. He took the advantage, took the kick away from the big man in Johnson in the coach, and he was unable to convert. That's unforgivable, boys.
Yeah, it is. But Sale, certainly the big boys they got down forward. You got Descent and McGuinness at the moment who are bringing the ball to ground, and Sale small forwards are really making the most of their opportunities.
2 minute mark. It's 2 behinds to Sale.
Bowman handles over the top to no one. Thacker was there. Lost it in the tackle. That's holding the footy every day of the week. And the free kick will go to Bowman in the centre square. He can go out wide. He's looking for a teammate out there, and looks to be Nash, although Sailor got some numbers. There's a free kick will go in the way of Nash on the wing for the Parrots. They trail by 2 points. He comes inboard on the 45. He found out Littlejohn in the centre square. Goes to true centre half forward. He's got a target. And nicely done. This time it's Kim Drew. Welcome back for his first game in 2022. And he goes inside looking for Ganane. Just missed him. Sailor got some numbers over the back there. Little easing the pressure kick, and it goes out towards McGuinness on the half-back flank. It's on the far side of the ground here, so it's a long way away at Parrot Park.
Sitting on the half-back flank. You pulled out the binoculars, Daryl. Thanks for bringing the second pair for me. The kick's ill-directed. Leongatha could have raffled that one. Players flew everywhere. Aaron Heppel pulled down the mark, plays on, goes inside attacking 50, looking there for Ganane, unable to find him, running onto the ball now. Trying to pick that one up was Olden, was unable to do so. They've kicked one off the ground. Aaron Turton, he's kicked the first goal of the day, and that goes to Leongatha.
Yeah, the Leongatha just kept tapping that ball forward, then as soon as that ball was spoiled, tapping it forward, and made something out of nothing.
And that first goal is taken just short of the 4 minute mark of the first quarter to come up on the board. Leongatha 1 goal straight 6, leading Sale 2 behinds 2 points, and that's on the LV Forklift scoreboard.
It was great work there by the Parrots. I'm just trying to see if that it's a long way away down there. Aaron Turton was our man, but we might just need to get that one checked. I know I may have given you a little bit of a bump steer there, Wonga. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine, Daryl. As the ball goes back into the middle, Pelicano up there against Leslie. No one really clearly won that, but trying to hack the ball forward to the Sale on ballers, trying to get it out. Good pick up there, and taking on the player was Jurek from Leongatha. Pushes forward now to Bowman. Into the middle of the ground, just sits up a nice kick there, looking for the centre forward to come down, unable to mark it. Ball is on the ground on the half-forward flank if you are on Leongatha's side.
Free kick.
The umpire has pulled out a free kick going Leongatha's way. About 60 out. They play on quickly. The short pass is effective. Finding someone there about to have a shot from a 50-metre line. That's Jack Hume. He's going to go a long way back here. Well, we've got a quick second. Just got a text message through from my niece, Lucia. 17 today. Lucia listening in from Melbourne. So people listening to this game all over the countryside. Daryl.
Happy birthday.
As coming in now, Jack Hume will kick it from 49 metres. A ball is on its way. It's a long kick. Beautiful. He's excited. He's happy. The arm's up in the air. Leongatha have got 2 in a minute.
Yeah, great work again, Leongatha, just hitting up that short kick. Jack Hume went back and, straight through the middle. Great effort.
And Leongatha's lead out to 10 points at the 5 minute mark of this first quarter. LV Forklift scoreboard has the Parrots on 2 goals straight 12. Sale 2 behinds 2 points.
Boys, this shows the importance of taking your opportunities when against quality opposition. Sale had the ball for the first 3 minutes of the game inside their forward 50. There was a tough shot on the boundary line that was missed there by Lang, but they had another open shot to be able to put it through in Freeman. They were unable to kick them. Leongatha then go forward to go bang, bang and kick 2 in a row.
They do, and the ball's back to the middle, so Leslie has it He won the free kick in the middle of the ground, goes in the direction of McGuinness, who will fly and couldn't quite mark it out the back. Comes to ground level, working out the back there is Westaway, got dumped after he kicked the footy. Comes towards the boundary line, and it's going to beat the opponents there, and it's going to go over for a boundary throw-in. First quarter action on TRFM. It's all thanks to LV Forklifts, Hire Equipment and Solutions. They're at 33 Stratton Drive in Traralgon. Forklifts, scissor lifts, excavators and more. See Rob Richard and the team from LV Forklifts.
Ball comes back into play, 70 metres out from the Sale goal. Good tap behind there by Leslie. Down, burrowing on the ground, it was Allison, able to get that one forward, trying to pick it up now is Lang, getting plenty of the ball early, handball forward from Glenane, that's Glenane from Sale, intercepted though by Forrester, Leongatha, but he handballs it straight over to McLaren of Sale there. The ball is going to be bounced again, 40 metres out, hard up against the boundary line. Sale's end, attacking hard, jumping through was Johnson, knocks the ball forward to advantage, gains about 20 metres, and the ball tumbles over again for another boundary throw-in.
Yeah, it's Sale just working the ball forward here, just trying to keep it in their forward line. Good work by Jaden Allison on the ground.
Ball's about to come in. It's inside forward 50 for the Magpies. Out the back is a go. Johnson from the ruck, snaps around his body and puts it through from the ruck contest. And there's your Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Yeah, obviously not a position he's accustomed to playing in the ruck, but great body work, great snap around the body, straight through. Definitely one that Sale needed.
And it's taken 7 minutes in that first quarter for Sale's first goal to come up on the LV Forklift scoreboard. The Magpies 1-8, trailing Leongatha by 4 points. Leongatha 2 goals straight, 12.
As they get together in the middle of the ground, the Sale on ballers had a quick team meeting. A change has been made. Big Benny Willis has come back into the ruck. Pelicano going to have a rest on the bench. Rotating the big men off the bench today are Leongatha. As the umpire balls it up high, Willis doesn't get too high. Sharked out of the ruck there was Lang. Gets another kick inside forward 50. He's been highly effective. Flying there was McLaren of Sale. Was unable to bring it down. Ball's on the ground. McLaren goes after his own football. Gets the ball moving forward. Looks to be Campbell running there, but it's over for another boundary throw-in. Deep inside Sale's attacking 50. They need to make the most of their opportunities today, gentlemen.
Yeah, they certainly do. As you know that when it goes at the other end, Leongatha are going to score, and they can score heavily. As this shallow throw-in, Heppel was there just to pick it off after it bounced. He cleared it out with the right foot, check side towards half-back flank. That was not Heppel. Heppel was kicking it out towards Hilberg, and Hilberg couldn't get it. Went over for a boundary throw-in. Don't forget, we've got our Zambrero goal today, the big burrito. So big it's going to crush any hunger. Double filling and double rice. Available for a limited time at Zambrero's Traralgon.
Do you get free ones of those to go with your D-Max, Daryl?
No, not quite. No, working on that one at the moment. Margin sits at 4 points here in the first quarter in favour of Leongatha. Just waiting for the ball to come back over the fence. We've got a little bit of a stoppage in play because umpires can't exit the ground.
Shannon Lang's started the game well, boys. He'd have a few touches already, plus a shot on goal. 5 disposals, 2 clearances, 1 inside 50 a mark. Tom Marriott hasn't touched it yet.
Yeah, interesting. He's got the hard tag too with it is Cooper Whitehill who's running with him at the moment. So he's done that a little bit this year, has Cooper, and just keep an eye if he does happen to roll forward and to see if he does stay with him right across the ground. So we're going to stoppage again on the half-forward flank for the Magpies. Leslie was up, couldn't hit it. There was Lang, quickly tackled by Willis, so over the shoulder. The free kick's going to go to Lang, and he's been the difference so far for Gippsland Isuzu Ute. As Lang has it half-forward flank for the Magpies. They trail by 4 points. This big round 11 clash.
Sale have all pushed out. They left basically the 2 big boys in there to do their stuff.
As Lang's probably just a little bit too far out to get it to those big boys as you talk about Wade at the moment. So he has to go to the top of the 50 and goes out towards, well, no one in particular in the end. And it was marked by Travis Nash across half-back. He was in good form. He's made his debut selection of the Gippsland Live Team of the Week last week. As Nash kicks it out, but he's going to kick it straight towards Leslie, who can thump it towards the boundary line. Does it get there? Drew will try to run on this for Leongatha. Took on 1 tackler, took on 2, and the umpire said that's too many. And the free kick is going to go on the far side of the ground. Looks to be Lockie Todd.
Todd, far wing, here at Parrot Park today. Beautiful day for Gippsland League football. Over here in the sunny South Gippsland, goes along looking for the player there in Lang. He's had plenty of it. He was unable to take the mark, kicked forward there by Heppel of Leongatha. He's able to pick out Hilberg, superstar of Leongatha. Nice little kick up over the top there onto Ganane on the lead. He's a fair way out. He plays on quickly, kicks from 50, sends it inside the square. Beautiful kick, picks out Little John.
Yeah, great work by Leongatha again. They're just making the most of their opportunities. Didn't take long, a couple of chip kicks up the ground, broke out of that Sale press, and yeah, shot on goals.
So coming in now, Will Littlejohn from directly in front.
Snuck it in.
He's made the goal umpire work. He had to go left, right and do a little dance, but he's put it on through. Leongatha have their third of the day.
Yeah, as we said, Leongatha, they're just making the most of their opportunities, as you mentioned before, Wonga. Sale, a couple of turnovers there really cost them at half forward, and yeah, you can't do that with Leongatha. They'll take it down and make you pay.
The goal at the 11-minute mark of this first quarter takes Leongatha to a 10-point lead on the LV Forklift scoreboard. Leongatha 3 straight 18, Sale 1-2-8.
Umpires using the circle closest to the grandstand, which brings the wing and this near side into contention. Johnson from the stoppage gave it to Tainch, now off to Lang. He sweeps one out to Whitehill, comes back on. No, he couldn't get on his right foot, had to handball back to Big Leslie. His kick was smothered by the big ruckman in Benny Willis. Coming the other way, this time it's Ned Hanley. Left foot kick out wide towards Drew, can't find him. Running out there was Thomas Glenn. Glenn just tried to tap it to his teammate, although Leongatha got some numbers. Drew ends up on the end of this one, gives it over the top to Jurek. He tries to come back, but he coughed the footy up in the end, and able to clear it out was Sale. They go straight towards the boundary, and luckily the coach Jack Johnson was close enough, and the umpire says over for a boundary throw-in.
The Sale side setting up down deep. They've got Jared Freeman, one out in the goal square. There's another player there, and Tom Campbell tries to push back in there. They just need to get some more movement in that forward line, the Sale side, so they can convert their opportunities as the ball's going up and around over on the far wing. Leongatha come out with it, get it back to Willis, kicks it long to centre half forward, looking for Hilberg, unable to take it, but coming in there was Glenane.
Sorry, Wong.
McLaren.
Lockie Todd it is.
Lockie Todd, good on you, Daryl. Thanks for the bum steer again. That's 2 in a minute here. Get that one on the stats, Paul Carter. Getting plenty of bum steers here from Daryl. Dodging, weaving, Heppel, busy with the ball in the middle of the ground. Sliding in was Willis. On the far wing, what's the umpire going to call? He's going to call to ball this one up, Choco.
Yeah, Leongatha set up really well, which obviously they're sitting on top of the ladder, so, they're there for a reason, but they do set up really well behind the play.
Willis tapped it down, tried to get it on towards Marriott. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Will Leslie was coming off half back for the Magpies. He just tumbled a kick, gets over the top. Nash was there. Lang kept his feet. Now working hard is Forrester. That's Sam. Still in the field of play, though. They got some numbers, the Magpies. They get a handball over the top. That was Allison trying to look for Lang. They're under pressure, the Leongatha defence, and they stand tall. They get the stoppage on the far wing, and we'll have a ball up. The margin is at 10 points in favour of Leongatha. They are more efficient when they go forward. 3 straight 18. Sale 1-2-8. It's at the 40-minute mark of the first quarter for LV Forklifts.
Ball comes back in again. The tap one there by Leslie. That's Jack Leslie. Not to any advantage because Willis handballs that one forward. Trying to push through now was Stone of Leongatha. He was tackled hard and the umpire said no. It slipped and just gone above the shoulder. Cooper Whitehill, the person there, putting on the... Hey, guys, just watching Shannon Lang's game so far, I've already touched on it, Choco, that he's had a lot of touches. He'll certainly be in the running for today for the Gippsland Isuzu best on ground. Everything he does, from a little tap to his positioning, he's perfect in the way he plays the game of football.
He sure is. He is absolute class, and he's certainly in contention as well for perhaps the Trude Award and Rodder Medal, because he's having a super season for the Magpies.
I'll be available again for emceeing duties this year, Daryl. Just putting it out there to the powers to be, Choco.
As long as they pay in cash. As Willis taps it down inside their forward 50. Jurek gave it back to the run. This time was Stone. Chip kick inside forward 50. Can't quite mark it. Heppel sort of just ducked his knees at that opponent and then just threw the footy up.
I think he was hoping for the Jack Ginnivan free kick. Yeah. And he ducked the shoulder.
It was a little bit like that, wasn't it, Wade? As Allison has it for the Magpies, chips it over the top, Ooh. Doesn't quite find his teammate in big Will. That's Leslie back there, and he just crunched his opponent. Looks to be Ned Hanley, and got him flush-eyed. He's in an awkward position on the ground as well. He's
courageous by Hanley to throw himself there in front of the big ruckman. Leslie jumped into the spot there to stop the ball going forward. The umpire thought he pulled out a free kick. He has.
Yep.
So he's going to be right on centre half forward here. at Parrot Park. He's not real good, looking for the player running past, and that's Hume. The umpire said play on. Big Benny Willis has dropped back into the hole. He's unable to take the mark. He's going to try to pick this one up off the ground. Was unable to do so. Ball's on the ground, 10 metres out, close to the boundary line. Leongatha's scoring end, and the umpire's going to ball it up.
Yeah, I think Sale have really settled their back line the last couple of minutes, and they've matched up well for the minute.
Trying to squeeze that one out was Will Leslie. Marriott finally had his first kick of the afternoon, but it went straight up and down, nearly marked his own football. Close into the boundary line, snap around the body from Heppel, goes to a dangerous spot, reaching and searching and trying to mark it. Couldn't quite do so. The Magpies now under a little bit of defence, and that was Cam Olden in the forward line. They get a handball back. Close to the boundary line, taps in the direction of Olden again. He's back from VFL duties, shrugs one tackle, shrugs another, gives it to Little John, and he throws the footy. Free kick, Sale.
Yeah, great work, Sale, just to keep that pressure on there, and the ball kept going around in circles.
You're right, Choco. They have settled the back line here. Sale, as a breeze starts to pick up. The ball comes out wide. Jumping in was Pelicano, trying to fist that one forward. Was unable to do so. Putting his head over the ball was Turton. But it's a turnover going the way of Sale. Going long now, looking for the big man. Flying high there was McGuinness of Sale. Unable to bring it down, Wilcox from Leongatha. Nice little tricky handball. Got it back to Forrester, whose kick was smothered.
Good tackle.
Glenane doing hard work. He's been called for a throw. Competitive game of football here, and Forrester ends up with a free kick.
Yeah, on centre wing. No. They lead by 10, do the Parrots, and they go forward again, top of the 50. Nice little mark there that time was Turton. And Aaron Turton too far out to score. Looks to come inboard or across the top of the 50. It's 1-on-1 though. Hume was his target. Not a bad target in the end. Johnson's back there to help. Now Leslie picked it up. Squeezed a handball off now to his teammate there was Glenn. Close to the boundary line it is, and there's a whole heap of players around it. The umpire will ball it up. Only a couple of metres in from the field of play, but it is in Leongatha's forward 50. As they lead by 10. Tap down. Glenane was there. Dangerous spot. Lockie Todd just put ball to boot. Got it out to top of the 50. Hume's back there. Goes back to the big ruckman in Pelicano with a left foot kick. Top of the square it goes. Big pack forms. No one can mark. Gets to the back. Johnson got a handball. Cross to a teammate. Was Lockie Todd. He's had a bit of it down back as well. Comes through the middle. Laverty coughed it up. Here's Shannon Lang. All class. Handballs over the top. Gives it to Martin, who can give it wider to Thatcher. His little scrubby kick out towards Tainch, and the Magpies relieve pressure.
Tainch releases the handball, goes out wide now. Glenane takes the mark right in front of the Sale bench. Just slowing things down, waiting for his players to get forward of the footy. Goes a nice little chip over the top to his coach there in Johnston, who plays on quickly. Going long down the line, looking for Desson. Takes his first grab of the day, and a strong grab it was too. Swings around on that right boot, looking for players running inside forward 50. Leading the race is Laverty. Hard on his tail there is Sovereign. Trying to pick it up. Laverty juggling, twisting, turning. Goes over for another boundary throw-in. That's good ball movement there by the Magpies.
Yeah, it was good movement by the Sale forwards too. Obviously, Brad Descent and McGuinness there keep presenting, and the ball eventually come to one of them, and yeah, now they've got an opportunity to have a shot at goal, surely.
So McGuinness and Pelicano will do the ruck duties. 10-point margin in this first quarter. The umpire wants to walk in 15 metres, so we can get it into about 25 metres out from goal. Front spot there, McGuinness taps it to a dangerous spot. No one can really run onto it. Wilcox was there, read it nicely. Gave it to Bowman by hand. He kicked it outside his defensive 50. Big Willis will be the target, but big Jack Leslie.
He started the game well, Darryl.
He certainly has, the big fella. He's had about 5 hit-outs in the ruck and certainly got his hands on it. Drives it inside forward 50. Westaway's got the prime spot. He ends up getting this one as it falls over the back. He just quickly got ball to boot, though. Looking for the boundary line. He actually put too much on it. It's out of bounds on the full.
On the LV Forklift scoreboard, we have Leongatha 3 goals straight, 18 points. To Sale, 1 goal, 2-8, and that's 20 minutes gone in the first quarter.
No score for the last 9 minutes.
So Leslie again will start to reload. Lots of numbers inside forward 50 here. He chips it towards McGuinness. Wilcox was there. Going back is Willis. Can't quite mark it. He had 2 goes at it, big Willis. And they jump on him, and the umpire says we'll ball it up. 20-minute.
Leongatha are really, well, you've got 2 key forwards like Sale have. Obviously, the ball's going to go to those most of the time, but Leongatha are really doing a good job of getting in front of the 2 key forwards.
Ball goes up, no real clear advantage there. Leongatha trying to funnel this one out through the back, putting his head over the ball as Wilcox stands up with the ball, just looking deep inside. Sales attacking 50, down in the goal square. They've got Tom Campbell, kicked 3 goals last week. He's got Westaway on him. That's a fair old matchup. That's a compliment for Campbell, for Westaway, one of the premier defenders of the competition. As Sale go forward again with a big torpedo, looking there for Desson, unable to take it. Ball pushed forward. Players running out everywhere here. We're on the run now. Forrester with the ball with the long sleeves. He's going to take a bounce. Now to Jurek. Jurek takes the bounce, goes forward. Looking for the players. Hilberg's able to go back. Strong mark. Jurek continues to run. He's going to call for the handball as he goes past. Hilberg gives him nothing.
One-on-one in the forward line.
Decides to go forward looking for Ganane. He has got the front position, used his body well, and was dumped after. That'll be a 50-metre penalty, and rightly so. Luke DeCirio, that was not too disciplined play there. Choco, as you shake your head.
He was uncomfortable a long way out when the ball was in the air. He was running around in circles. He looked like a dog chasing a ball. But yeah, he certainly shouldn't have given away the 50.
Well, this is going to go from point-blank range and putting it straight through the middle of this Leongatha side. They are relentless and they are accurate. They've got 4 straight. And Jack Ganane gets on the scoreboard.
And I think the Forrester, obviously when Sale have got the ball around half forward, Forrester at the moment's been dropping off and being that loose man in the back line, and he's the one. He's a big man, and he's going to take some stopping to mark them balls. So that was all set up from him running the ball out of the Leongatha back line.
Leongatha's lead is now out to 16 points at the 22-minute mark of this first quarter. LB Forklift scoreboard, Leongatha 4 straight 24, leading Sale 1 goal to 8.
A quick around the ground check thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. I can tell you Gippsland Power are currently playing the Sandringham Dragons. They lead 57-34. And the Dragons have just had a shot on goal and it's been rushed through, so they go to 35.
Willis wins the tap out back in the middle, but the free kick is going the way of Sale into the hands of Johnston. Looks to play on, he stumbles, pushing hard. Stone on the mark there for Leongatha, so he decides to go long. Coming out was Allison.
Over the shoulder.
He's caught a free kick. He got tapped over the shoulder, as you heard from Darryl. He's inside the centre square, wastes no time. Going forward, there's Lang. Went over the top of his head. Jurek picks the ball up. They work the ball backwards through a series of handballs and now get it out to Hume, who's on the half-back flank and decides to have a bounce. He's off and running, Hume. He takes him on. He goes forward, running hard. Was Pelicano unable to pick it up, tried to take a couple of black and white jumpers out with him as he charged on through. Releasing, though, now is Will Leslie of Sale. Going forward, but picked off by Marriott.
So Marriott, right foot chiseling kick, nicely done to Turton, who dropped the mark that he should have taken. He tried to get a handball over to Jurek. It gets to him now, but he's under pressure. Gives it back to Littlejohn. Kicks around the body, top of the square. There's no one there. Which way will it bounce? Well, it bounced the wrong way, and it stays in the field of play. Drew was back there as well with Glenn, and eventually it goes over for a boundary throw. And the margin at 16 points on your LV Forklift scoreboard. Deep inside Leongatha's forward 50.
Jack Leslie has had a change. He's gone into the forward line now. They've released McGuinness. Into the ruck there would have been McGuinness, and he's able to win the tap, gets a little handball out. It's an important handball, but it's turned over. Trying to get the ball again is Littlejohn. He's been busy. Trying to kick it forward. Sale, smothered ball. Jurek picks it up, mops it up, gets a handball out wide. Leongatha trying to go inside 50, but this dogged Sale defence is doing a great job with a kick forward into the middle of the ground, jumping around over the ball's Laverty. The umpire is going to ball this one up.
Right at centre half back, 24-minute mark of the first quarter. Benny Willis puts his hand up to nominate for the ruck. He'll be up against McGuinness of Sale, and Willis got a handle on it. Out the back, Jack Johnson's been busy early. Come the other way. Hanley's recovered from that big hit. The old 1-2 handball with Willis. Nice little neat kick to Turton. Here at centre half forward. They look and wait for the option to present. Pelicano's one of those deep. He goes over the top into that direction, and Pelicano can mark on the chest. No, he doesn't. In the end, the umpire said play on. I thought he had enough of it. And the Magpies, this is trying to look for the free kick back there is it Todd? And I think you'll find that he has the free kick. He is in the defensive 50. There's Lockie Todd on Pelicano. Lockie Todd kick just centimetre perfect, found Allison inside the field of play. The inside 45 kick chiseling to Will Leslie. They want to hold on to the football to the Magpies late in this first quarter. They trail though by 16 points. Breeze not a factor at this stage, Wong.
Umpire calls play on. Ball marked by Allison on the wing. Looks to come inboard. Dangerous kick coming in hard was Zurich. He put his player under pressure there in Johnson. The coach won't be happy with that. The umpire's called holding the ball. Dangerous kick coming inboard a little bit too early. And now it's been turned over. And Hanley, he's up and running since that knock. Hasn't he been dangerous? Pelicano flies under the ball. Unable to mark it. Quick release kick here by Sale. Leading the race is Freeman. Picks the ball up well, unable to get the ball to Lang. Picked off hard there by Hume. Takes a bounce, runs inside 50. Centering ball, Ganane. Front spot, unable to get it. Pelicano, the big man, doing the roving slips as he kicks. The ball was unable to get off the ground, and the umpire's going to come in. It looks like he'll ball this one up 30 metres out. The pressure's hot out there, Choco. It is a hot game of football.
Yeah, the small forwards for Leongatha doing a great job just to keep that ball in the forward 50.
Big tap there by Pelicano. Heppel tried to handball backwards. He's been dumped in the tackle. Is it holding the footy? It is. And the free kick will go to Allison of the Magpies. Can't be too long to go in this first quarter. Allison squares it out wide. He's got a teammate. He's just towed the ground. And
terrible.
It was a shocking kick. Hume was able just to mark that one top of the 50. And he's about to reload for the Parrots. Do they get another one in this first quarter? Goes in towards the dangerous spot. Ball at the ground. Quick snap around the body. There's a free kick. It's going to be over the shoulder. Leongatha going to get a shot on this. And it looks to be Aaron Heppel. He got one over the shoulder. Might be Cam Holden, actually. As a little bit of theatrics going on. And Cam Holden just remind his Sale opponent how he got that free kick. And it was ducking the shoulder. He's a smart player. He's played a number of games at Richmond VFL level, and he knows how to kick goals. He's back for the Parrots, I think maybe first or second game back. He's on a slight angle, should put this one through. He's kept it low and puts it straight over the goal umpire's head. Cam Holden's got his first, and Leongatha got 5 straight in this first quarter.
Yeah, as we said, the small forwards for Leongatha are doing really well at the moment, especially those last few minutes. Turton's been one that I've been impressed. I haven't seen a lot of him, Darryl, but he's certainly been on today and been that half forward that's been pretty pivotal in Leongatha's forward movement.
Yeah, one of the youngsters come through the Leongatha ranks. I reckon he'd be 19, maybe pushing 20 now, but certainly coming on as a footballer.
Leongatha leading by 22 points at the 28-minute mark of this first quarter. LB Forklift's scoreboard has the Parrots on 5 goals straight, 30, leading Sale 1 goal to 8.
Big moments brought to you by Moore Bowling Club, Pot and Palmer night every Saturday night from 5:30 p.m.
Leslie with a little tap down. Jumping on that one was McLaren of Sale. Ball doesn't go too far, close to the wing here on the grandstand side at Parrot Park. Umpire throws it up high, wrestling hard. Willis, that was a wrestling move. He just threw him out of the ruck and got the ball and booted it forward. Pelicano again runs under the ball. Trying to pick it up there was Todd, and he threw his head over the ball as the siren sounds for the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, Leongatha 5 straight 30. Big moments for the Morwell Bowling Club this afternoon. The Parrots are on song. Sale have been in the game. They just haven't been able to capitalise inside forward 50. They trail 1-8. The margin sits at 22 points at quarter time. It's round 11 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. And this is Gippsland Live on TRFM. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
In 2022, TRFM is dedicated to providing Gippsland and the Valley with quality local news.
There are calls for urgent upgrades to the Great Alpine Road as more people head to the slopes this winter. Gippsland MP Darren Chester has written to the state and federal governments, sharing his concern after driving the road recently. He is looking for road safety funding to be fast-tracked.
Part of Gippsland and the Valley's way of life. TRFM, on the air and on iHeartRadio and Radio app.
McDonald's Bairnsdale is celebrating its grand reopening on Saturday, July 9, and you're invited.
Get in the spirit and see the new indoor playland and party room and be there for a special appearance by Ronald McDonald at 12 noon.
Plus, CTRFM broadcasts live from McDonald's Bairnsdale from 9 a.m. to midday, and grab yourself some delicious breakfast and lunch as well. Join in the grand reopening celebrations at McDonald's Bairnsdale, Saturday, July 9.
Come and check out one of Gippsland's biggest and best ranges of quality furniture and bedding at Morelli's Furniture and Bedtime in Sale. Be amazed at the great range and the prices, plus free delivery in Gippsland still applies. Remember, Morelli's Furniture and Bedtime, no excuses. Be there.
Hi, it's Brent from Autobarn Traralgon here to tell you about our Gear Up for Tax Time catalogue, which is out now. Did you know that we know seat covers? In just about any vehicle, we can get you covered. Whether it's canvas covers for a grubby bush pig or luxury sheepskins for the daily driver, we've got great deals on both. And if the off-the-shelf universals don't fit, we can arrange custom-made covers to suit your vehicle. It's all part of the service at Autobarn Traralgon. We're at 79 Princess Highway and we're open 7 days.
The Isuzu D-Max is born to live. With 3.5 ton towing, you can bring all the toys. Get off-road and play with 4x4 terrain commands and a rear diff lock. And rock out with Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. Plus, with a 5-star ANCAP safety rating, the 3-litre turbo diesel Isuzu D-Max is born to live.
Test drive today at Gippsland Isuzu Ute on the Princess Highway, Traralgon. LMCT 10285.
Score a great end of financial year deal on Optus Home Internet. Save $60 on their Internet Everyday NBN plans over 6 months. Hurry, offer ends June 30. Great value starts with yes. Visit your Optus Gippsland store or online today. T's and C's apply.
Harvey Norman, your premium Optus dealer. Get the Samsung Galaxy S22 128 gigs for $0 up front when you connect to a new Optus $69 per month SIM-only plan for 24 months. Offer ends 3rd July. Minimum cost $1,656. Not available with other offers. In-store only. Cancellation fees apply. Visit hn.com.au/Optus-BYO for terms and conditions and information about Optus 5G network coverage.
You brought a 2-kilo container of Magic Gravy?
Yep, I bought a 2-kilo container of Magic Gravy.
We're gonna need a bigger gravy boat.
Magic Gravy, gluten-free optional 2-kilo tubs to take home today. Everything's bigger at Brentcorp Bulk Barn in Dodcourt, Traralgon. Brentcorp.com.au.
Come and check out one of Gippsland's biggest and best ranges of quality furniture and bedding at Morelli's Furniture and Bedtime in Sale. Be amazed at the great range and the prices, plus free delivery in Gippsland still applies. Remember, Morelli's Furniture and Bedtime, no excuses. Be there.
Hear that? That's the beautiful sound of the Morwell Bowling Club Bistro. The perfect atmosphere for a post-win feed or a sorrow-drowning loss. Especially because Saturday is pot and parma night. Choose from the selection of yummy parma toppings. Only $20 every Saturday from 5:30 p.m. Includes a pot of beer, soft drink or a glass of wine. To make a booking, phone the club on 5134 3449. 52 Hazelwood Road, Morwell. Visit the website morwellbowls.com.au for other specials during the week.
Now, a look at the quarter highlights. Gippsland Live on TRFM.
As coming in now, Jack Hume will kick it from 49 metres. The ball is on its way. It's a long kick. Yeah. He's excited. He's happy. The arm's up in the air. Leongatha have got 2 in a minute.
The Magpies out the back. Here's a go. Johnson from the ruck snaps around his body and puts it through from the ruck contest. And there's your Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Will Littlejohn from directly in front.
Snuck it in.
He's made the goal umpire work. He had to go left, right and do a little dance, but he's put it on through. Leongatha have their 3rd of the day.
Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Quarter time of this round 11 Alinta Energy Gippsland League clash. Great to have your company right across Gippsland and the Valley. We're at Parrot Park this afternoon and an entertaining first quarter. Leongatha 5 straight 30 to Sale, 1-2-8. It's a 22-point margin in favour of Leongatha. All individual goal scorers out of the 5 as well. Jack Hume, Aaron Turton, Jack Ganane, Cam Olden and Will Littlejohn getting the goals for the Magpies. While for Sale, the only goal scorer in that quarter was Jack Johnson, and it was an absolute cracker. A Zambrero goal of the day contender as he took it out of the ruck and snapped around his body. Let's get a quick update from around the grounds. Here's Wade Presley, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland.
Yeah, thanks, Daryl. Currently, we've got Bairnsdale 3-1-19, Maffra 3-2-20, Morwell 5-3-31, Moe 4-2-26, Wonthaggi 4-2-26, Warrigal 3-3-21, Mid-Gippy, MDU 1-1-7, Foster 5-4-34, Murbu North 3-1-19, Thorpedale 4-4-28, Newborough 1-3-9, Tarwin 3 goals straight, Fish Creek, Stony Creek is 9-8, North Gippy, Morwell East Hill End, Morwell East are up by 2 goals, 13-1, Sale City 1-3-9, Woodside 4-7-31, Rosedale, TTU, close one here, 3-4-22, Rosedale, TTU 4-3-27. Glengarry, match of the round, 4-5-29, Cower 5-1-31, and Gippy Power 9-3-57, Sandringham 4:11:35.
That one there is a three-quarter time score. Paul Cutter, key stats before this second quarter gets underway. Thanks to Gippsland Ozuza Ute.
Leading stat winners Aaron Heppel for Leongatha with 7 disposals. A number of players on 4, including Cameron Alden and Luke Bowman. For Sale, 7 to Jaden Allison, 8 to Shannon Lang, and 6 to each of Will Leslie, Jack Leslie and Jack Johnston.
Well, we're about to get the second quarter underway here. It is all thanks to Carpet Country, helping dreams become a reality since 1981. And the ruck will be the big fella in Pelicano up against Leslie of Sale.
Pelicano goes high, one down by Leslie. Trying to get the ball there to McLaren. He gets the ball back out to Leslie. Kicks the ball forward, long inside 50. Sale needed to make the most of their opportunities. Unable to take the mark was McGuinness. And Leongatha are able to rebound again as they come out on the half-back flank. Handball over the top to Turton. Goes back into traffic. Twisting and turning. Forrester gets the ball out again. Ball coming wide, looking for the Flyers there, but taking the mark, jumping in on the wing position was Will Leslie of Sale.
So on the wing, Sale press early, goes in the descent direction, puts one arm up, couldn't quite mark it, comes to ground level. Laverty was there trying to work out, trying to squeeze it out as well was Jesse Collins for the Magpies. Last up off the pack. Umpire will ball it up, margin, as we said, 22 points.
Little change to this quarter. Darryl, Ben Willis starting at full forward with Pelicano starting the ruck. They were changing off the bench in the first quarter, but now looking to try to stretch the Sale defence by putting the big man down there in the forward line.
So Pelicano does the ruck work, got a hand on it, tapped it down to Heppel. A quick kick out of that stoppage there was from Sovereign. And marking it though, they're going to repress again. This is Leslie, Jack Variety of Sale, puts it into a dangerous hot spot. Coming out to market, couldn't do so was Forrester. Here's Freeman, squeeze the handball back to Martin, left foot shot on goals, always a good one, and his left foot's a cracker. And that's the way the Magpies wanted to start the second quarter.
Yeah, great goal by Martin. A great stat. Yeah, he's played plenty of footy and knows where those goals are. But you've also got Cooper Whitehill. He's all over Tom Marriott like a rash at the moment, and that's no pun intended there, Boxer, but he's certainly all over Marriott at the moment.
And the Leongatha lead comes back to 16 points. We've played 2 minutes into the second quarter. Carpet Country scoreboard has Sale now on 2-2-14, trailing Leongatha who are 5 straight 30.
Guys, having looked there, getting behind the ball was Leslie, the ruckman of Sale. He was able to get the ball back inside forward 50 twice for Sale, kept the pressure on, and Caden Martin took the opportunity, which Sale weren't able to do in the first quarter. So we might see a different game in this second term.
Yeah, Marriott got a handball out to Heppel in the stoppage in that middle, and they kicked it half forward. There's a bit going on. Yeah. Pelicano and Leslie.
Well, Pelicano just came from the flanks there while Leslie was having a little bit of a how-to-do with Bowman. And Pelicano came over the top and just gave him a little tap, and the umpire said, "You can't do that, that's high." So he gets another kick, Leslie, as he goes to centre-half forward, busting on through. Martin, the last goal kicker, gets a little scrubby one inside forward 50. But there to repel the ball was Nash of Leongatha, but not too far, but trying to run onto that one there is Glenane. Players there, it's on the half-back flank here for Leongatha, far away from the commentary boxes. They all dive on, and the umpires pull one out. A free kick, diving on the ball, has gone against the Leongatha player, and Jurek, it looks to be, picking himself up gingerly off the ground.
It's going to go to Jack Johnson.
Free kick to the coach, Jack Johnson of Sale. He'll be kicking right on the boundary line. They'll have to kick this one from 52. I think he'll look to go to the top of the square as McGuinness pushes back in there. The big, tall forward will be one of the options with Descent. He's going to have a shot here, Choco?
Oh, for sure. He's the coach. He's allowed to.
We watch him come in.
Into the breeze.
Coming in, goes out wider, kicks it right on the line from 50, going long, but drifting across the face of goal for a minor score for Sale.
It looks like Mitch Brown come up a bit ginger from that last contest. It looks an ankle.
It's a 15-point lead to Leongatha at the 4-minute mark of the second quarter.
So bringing it in back into the field of play is the big fella in Wilcox. Drives it towards the grandstand side. Leslie's had a good spot on this, but a good little spoil by Hanley, although they've got some numbers. McLaren, left foot kick, looking for Lang. Just missed him, though. Wilcox goes to ground. Now he drags it in as well. Helping out was Turton on the bottom of the pack, and the umpire on this occasion says that's okay. You can drag that one in, because I'm going to ball it up. Top of the 50. They press again to the Magpies. They trail They've got it back to 15 points. Oh, free kick not being paid there to the big one in Pelicano. Marriott tried to just bustle his way through, couldn't do so. And now the guy who's tagging him all day, Cooper Whitehill, gets one over the shoulder from Bowman. And I think you might see a little bit more of that as the game goes on. They're trying to look after their leader in Marriott.
Yeah, he attacked the ball hard there, Whitehill. He's inside the centre square, right on centre half forward. Not a lot of movement in the Sale forward line, so he elects to go long to the top of the square. The smart kick as the players fly. Huge mark! Flying in was Descent. Flying high above the pack. The big hands went up. The Dukes clunked it. He's kicked 24 for the season so far, Brad Descent. He'll be going back from near directly in front, 10 metres out, for his 25th goal of the season.
Big moments for Morwell Bowling Club right now. The Magpies are pressing Wong.
They are. Descent coming in, slightest of slight angles. For a seasoned full forward like him, this should be no problem. And he's put it on right through the middle. A big goal for Sale. They've kicked 2 in a row for the first time in this game.
Yeah, it was well set up there. Cooper Whitehill really put his head in over that ball and set that up. It's, yeah, they're the sort of things, I guess, for a guy who's tagging, you know, big role to tag Marriott, but also to be able to set up a goal like that was great work. And it's, yeah, great goal there by Descent on the slightest of slight angles. I like that one, Wonga.
And it's 5 inside 50 to Sale at 0, yet to Leongatha as Sale whittles that lead back down to 9 points in Leongatha's favour. 5 straight 30, the Parrots. 3-3-21 is Sale's score.
Sale a little bit more desperate at the ball in this quarter, Darryl, getting the rub of the green with the umpires.
Well, Cooper Whitehill goes again, so he's now running off. Marriott drives the kick again to Descent. Can't mark on this occasion. Out the back, McLaren slipped a handball to Martin. Left foot kick, top of the square, dangerous spot. Coming the other way is Ganane. Gave a quick handball off, a quick kick off the ground from Descent. Dribbles through. And Brad Descent's got another one. The Magpies have got 3 in a row to open the second quarter.
And Whitehill again, as you just said, Darryl, followed that up, kicked the ball forward, and he just kept running. So I think he's telling Marriott, catch me if you can. He's certainly got a good set of wheels on him.
Brad Descent's goal has reduced the lead back to 3 points. It was 22 at quarter time. And that takes Sale on the Carpet Country scoreboard to 4-3-27, trailing Leongatha 5 goals straight 30.
To the back of Jack Leslie, Wong. He's been
huge in the middle there. They've made the change. Willis has come into the ruck for Leongatha. Just trying to stop this centre clearance machine of Sale right now. And you're right, Whitehill has not only got on top of Marriott, he is now beating him convincingly with a lot of clearance work. He flies again, Martin, a bit too early. Willis, instant impact as he's in the middle, kicks it forward. Going high there was Hilberg. Nice mark right on 50. There's a difference of putting a different ruckman in there. He was able to win the tap and tap it to himself, Willis. He kicked it forward. Hilberg, probably a bit too far out to score. He swings around on that favoured left foot, looks to the top of the square. We've got a one-on-one down there in the right position. Taking the strong mark for Leongatha there is Cam Olden. He'll be going back to line up for his second goal of the day. And to stem the flow, it's 3 in a row for Sale. Leongatha yet to register. And he quickly plays on, snaps around the left, and he's missed it. He's missed a very gettable goal there. Why not go back and put that one through the middle?
It's not how it's done anymore, Wonga. It's all about around the body.
Yep, that's exactly what he tried, around the body.
And it's a 4-point lead to Leongatha on the Carpet Country scoreboard. 5-1-31 the Parrot. Sale 4-3-27. We've played 8.5 minutes.
That was a big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. A big moment for the wrong reasons. Missed a goal that he should have kicked. And that's a strong tackle there by Bowman, back in the middle of the ground. Came in hard and wrapped the big arms around Freeman. And has got a holding the ball back in the middle of the ground here at Parrot Park. Entertaining game of football. First versus fourth in the Gippsland League. As the play continues out on the far wing. Picked up now, dodging and weaving. Who's that out there, Darryl?
Looks to be Nash.
Nash kicks it in forward. Picked up there by the big man. And that's Todd, the full back. He's gone down after he's kicked it. What's happening? You keep an eye on that one there, Choco, as we go back to the play. Bowman with a quick release handball out the back. Pushing through as O'Loughlin gets it out the back now, going wide. Out there the player and Littlejohn been getting a lot of the ball right on the grandstand side of the wing here at Parrot Park. Comes out again to Turton. Getting a lot of the ball also. Turton works hard through that midfield half-back area. players wearing their armbands today for the orange round. Goes inside 50. Desiro leads the charge, gets a tap forward, only as far as Marriott. Tackled hard
by that man.
Cooper Whitehill plays on quickly. Sailor away.
Yeah, they do, and it quickly comes out towards Thomas Campbell. Tries to tap it, and then he kicks it off the ground. He gains 15 metres. Reading it back there, though, was a free kick. I think it's going to go in the way of Forrester. This will be Steve Variety. Or is it the big fella back there, Ricky O'Loughlin? I think it is O'Loughlin. As he tried to square it out towards Nash. Just missed him, got over the head, and Martin and Nash couldn't get it.
Choco, an update on Lockie Todd. He was a bit proppy.
He's up. He was struggling to get up there for a minute, but he's up now. He's in the centre of the ground following his players. So, yeah, we'll watch that one.
You need your legs to be right when you're playing on a champion like Aaron Hilberg of Leongatha. He's got his work cut out for him today. The last thing he needs is a slight interruption to his leg movements, Daryl, as he reaches for the binoculars again to focus in wide.
200 metres away, we have to. Cam Holden, that was Cameron Stone, I should say, at that stoppage. Just slung around in a Jack Johnson tackle. We'll have a stoppage again, Wong. As again, this time front spot, Brad Descent got the handle on it. Has to go again in the air. Trying to squeeze a handball out with Collins. Now Martin just picked the footy up. He was tackled quickly by Hanley. And we've got another stoppage 10.5 minutes into this second quarter of round 11. And it's a 4-point margin, a great game of football. Descent tapped it down, although Big Willis, now he had a fresh area. The umpire said, play on. Still inside Sales forward 50. And again, we've got another whistle. And again, another stoppage.
No rest for the wicked. Last week, Leongatha game came right down to the wire. They won by 3 points against Traralgon. Wonthaggi got the better of Sale last week by 1 point. And we've got another close one here with a single-figure margin so far halfway through this second quarter.
They're pressing again, Sale.
4-point game in the favour of Leongatha as they go long inside forward 50, looking for fly. Standing strong, putting the big Dukes up in the air. It was Descent again. As he goes on back, he'll be lining up for his third goal of the quarter. It was quiet in the first quarter. Didn't get the ball, the delivery that he wanted, but gee whiz, when those big Dukes go up, he grabs onto those, Choco.
He done this a few weeks ago against Morwell as well. Didn't kick a goal in the first quarter, and I think he kicked 3 or 4 in the second.
Lining up for his third goal of the quarter, Brad Descent. A close goal here, 10 metres out. The umpire doesn't move. They're running back to the centre. It's all cleared. Descent's got 3.
Not much celebration, though.
No, he's no. Well, I guess the Sale guys just expected that to go through, Daryl. So they were in the motion of all getting back to their positions. But I think the big thing so far is Whitehill on Marriott. You see a lot of teams now that don't use a tagger. They just back their mids to go against the other mids. But yeah, I think a couple of weeks ago he went up against Nick Graham, I think, from Warragul, was it, Daryl? I think you guys called it, and shut him out the game after quarter time. So, yeah, it might be something other teams will need to look at when they're playing Leongatha.
Lead change back to Sale at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. The Covered Country scoreboard has Sale on 5-3-33 to Leongatha 5-1-31, and that's 3 goals in 6 minutes to Brad Descent.
They made the change. Pelicano back into the ruck now, coming up against Leslie. Leslie wins that one easy, slaps it on forward, looking for Johnston to do the bullocking work. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's going the way of Jurek for Leongatha, centre half back. Cuts in a bit quick there. Coming across was Johnson, intercepted, plays on, goes inside 50, looking for that man again in Descent. He's from the back position, can't mark the ball. Jurek handballs the ball backwards. Got players back there in support. Leading the charge is Forrester, unable to take the mark. The kick just drops short. He's got a lead out there on the wing in Hume. Goes over the top of his head. Oh, a little kick off the ground there by Leslie. And it's gone over for a boundary throw-in. That was Will Leslie that time, getting the kick over the line.
13.5 minutes into this second quarter. 2-point margin. Magpies have got the lead for the first time in the game. There's a quick tap from Pelicano. Lang just had a couple of bites at it. Holden squeezed a handball. It was picked off this time by Glenn. He's able to run away from the stoppage and then put a right boot on the ball. However, nicely read. And that was from Sam Forrester from the Leongatha defence. Hard up on the boundary line. Grandstand side. As Forrester looks down the line.
Quick one, Paul Carter. Shannon Lang running hot in the first quarter. How's he gone in this quarter?
Nothing. Hasn't had a kick or a handball.
Captain Donut so far. Stop drooling, Darryl. 14-minute mark. The sensation in Shannon Lang hasn't had a touch this quarter. Look for the match-up there, Choco, because he's certainly been around the ball. He just hasn't been able to get his hands on it.
Will do, Wonga.
So Jack Hume's got a free kick on the wing here. Lang's just gone to the bench for a quick spell. As Jack Hume now gets called to play on, he will roll to the centre square and now get it towards centre half forward. But Jack Johnson will go back with this one and take nearly an unopposed mark. And it was nicely done. So he centre half back, kicks it towards centre half forward. Brad Descent was the target, goes down at ground level, and there's a... Did they pay the mark or the free kick?
They paid a free kick.
Over the shoulder.
Not sure he called that one. He was sliding in on his knees at the time.
So Descent put it out in the front of McGuinness. He's got 2 to beat. Put one hand up. Helping back there was Wilcox. Got a handball out now to his runner. Here's Hanley. Quickly tackled. Threw the footy over the boundary line in a tackle from Allison. And we've got a boundary throw in. 15 and a half minutes gone.
All sale this quarter. 10 inside 50s to Leongatha's 2. And Leongatha's were repeats.
Do we have a scoring end here? It appears that way.
The breeze isn't that strong. There's a little bit of a breeze, but you're exactly right.
We've had 9 goals scored to the Inverloch end of the ground and only 1 goal to the Strzelecki end of the ground. I think you described it earlier, Darryl.
Yes, correct. The Hills.
The Hills. Well, wonderful. Ball's down, deep inside, attacking 50 for Sale. It's spent a whole lot of time in that area this quarter, as Paul Carter just described to us, and the ball comes back into play. Pelicano in the back position gets a tap out. Leongatha desperate to get this ball moving forward. They've done so through, looked to be Jurek that time. The boundary line has beat them there as Hume tried to keep it in, was unable to do so. We're going to have yet another boundary throw in front of the Sale bench, grandstand side, Parrot Park, round 11 action. Gippsland football at its best. First verse fourth.
Oh, surely a free kick. Pelicano just dumped Leslie, and now they're onto it again. They've been, it's been bubbling and bubbling, and now they just continue to go. The football continues to play on, and they continue to fight the big 2 ruckman.
You watch the play, I'll watch the fight.
So Leongatha go forward. It's Hilberg towards Ganane. Can't quite mark it. Went to soccer it off the ground. The fight's still going.
Just pushing, shoving. There's still a little bit of, there's a bit of a jumper punch there. A little bit of love between the two. It was almost UFC-like the way they went at it there. There was a few chokes and holds and twists and turns going on. As Willis lost that one in the ruck, taps it forward, tried to grab it, been called for a throw. Tough call, but the right call.
I'll call round 1 to Leslie out of that one.
He's strong. I wouldn't be battling him. And now it's Leslie with the ball down here in the back line. That's Will Leslie. Kicks the ball long down the line.
Here they go.
Leslie Pelicano. Leslie falls over. Pelicano falls on top, and the umpire's pulled out a free kick. It's going the way of Leslie.
Round 2 to Leslie.
Jack Leslie plays on. Goes long. The ball bouncing. Trying to pick that one up. Trying to do the twisting and turning was McGuinness. Yeah, he turned like a big double-decker bus, and that was slowly, and he was grabbed. And the umpire's going to ball it up. They're still pushing and shoving here.
Now Pelicano's going to go forward. I'm tipping Leslie won't go back with him, but he might lend it. He will. That's right, it's a brother. Whitehill from the stoppage puts it to the top of the square out the back. Descent can't quite mark it. They're going to rush this one through. That's Ricky O'Loughlin. And we've got another minor score to the Magpies. It's been a Magpie quarter. They've kicked 4 goals.
That's a 3-point lead to Sale on the Carver Country scoreboard. 5-4-34 to 5-1-31, and we've played 18 minutes of the second quarter.
So Forrester will bring this back into the field of play. That's Sam, the bright yellow boots in the city end of the ground. Just plays on and goes straight up the middle of the ground to wobbly kick and end up going out to the right. He's missed everybody, and eventually he'll trickle over for a boundary throw-in. So he looked to go up the middle, shanked the kick, and it's now out of bounds, 70 metres from Sale's goal.
One of the other dominant midfielders of the Gippsland League is Tom Marriott out there, Paul Carter. How's he going this quarter? Because we certainly haven't called his name.
Just the one kick up the chimney that went
straight
up
it did too,
down.
straight up and down. As the Parrots try to push this one forward, Lang leading the charge, unable to get the ball. Sliding it over the boundary line was Jurek on the far wing here at Parrot Park. It's been a great game, great day for football in Orange round here in the Gippsland League. The umpire brings this one back in again. Willis in the back position. Leslie in the front position wins the tap. That's a handball there by Marriott to Jurek. Back to Marriott. There's 2 in quick succession. He must have heard me talking about him. Smart little kick over the top there. Is that Little John centering the ball?
Yep.
Finds his player in Heppel at centre half forward. Got the lead by Ganane. It's a beautiful kick. Ganane on the lead. Got in behind Leslie and was able to take the marks. Not too certain whether he's got the distance here, but kicking right on 45 along with a 45-degree angle. What do you think, Darryl?
He's got the distance. He's a thumping kick. And the accuracy, if you go off today's game, well, they kicked 5 goals once, so I'm saying this is going through halfway up the post.
Kicking these prior to the game.
We'll have a cherry ripe on this one. Ganane be kicking from 45. Slight breeze blowing back towards him by the looks of it. Kick is on its way, doesn't make the distance, goes about 10 metres, touched off the line. And you owe me a cherry ripe, my old friend. He tries to mop it up, kicks, taps it forward, going in hard. There was Little John doing the hard work. Pelicano looking to wrestle anyone who he can. Trying to just drag Thacker off the ball. He's angry.
He's going for the next weight division down to Wonga.
Don't worry, Jack Leslie's just rolled into this stoppage. He's not too far away. He actually is going to win this stoppage by kicking it out of the air. And he's thumped it 50 metres out of his defensive 50. And they got some numbers. McLaren is just going to sit. Forrester pushed him over. Here's Jesse Collins who kicked it off the ground. Now Brad Dessert will try and run onto it. He slaps it towards his goal. This is Campbell, around the corner, gave it off to Freeman, and it's coming back, not enough. It's a minor score, but good passage of play. McLaren's hurt his wrist, he's coming straight off, and it started from Leslie's fresh air kick that went...
Wasn't a fresh air kick.
No, it was a kick out of fresh air.
He's a bit early for Qatar, for the World Cup. What a kick.
At Sale 5-5-35, leading Leongatha 5-1-31 at 21-minute mark, second quarter.
Leongatha, they link together to get the ball forward, wasting no time. Oh, strong mark with a cool 50. He was put down afterwards there, was Olden. It was a strong mark. Should have kicked one earlier in this game, early in this quarter. Tried a pretty little snap, and it didn't work. Kicks it to the true centre half forward position, looking for Hilberg. He gave away front position. And dropping back to take the mark there was Johnston. The ball's gone forward again quickly. Destin over the back. Strong punch. Then getting on the ball was McGuinness. Dived over the top of it. The umpires picked out a free kick. Going the way there of Leongatha, and that's O'Loughlin.
It is. Half-back flank for the Parrots. Westaway has it. He looks up. Marriott and Whitehill are on the half-forward flank area, but he decides to go lateral. He comes out towards Nash. Hasn't got much movement. Oh, Nash's little chip kick actually hit Matt Wilcox on the chest, his teammate, but he was on the bench. So it's out of bounds on the full. And Tainch just chip kick over the top to Campbell. That went about 5 metres.
That probably sums up Leongatha's quarter.
Yep. Now I'm confused. Campbell drives it towards Dessa with a big fly. Ball gets to the back. Jurik's there. Leongatha got some numbers. Kim Drew. No, it's Sovereign on the outside. Bowman works for him. Continuing on the switch. Johnson sort of covers it off.
Bit too far away, I think.
Yeah, it's exactly right. Jack Johnson just read that one nicely to stop that quick transition of play. And now he had to play on and eventually got it to Bowman. But that's only because he played on. So they worked it out nicely in the end, Leongatha.
Sale are running well both ways, and that's the pressure they're putting on. Leongatha working hard for every possession as Hanley gets the handball inboard. Kicking the ball forward there was Little John. Looking for the players coming through, scooping it up off the ground. Well, you found Ganane, gets a sweet little kick over the top. It's got Hilberg there. Is that 15? The umpire says yes, it is. Just now, Hilberg's going to have a shot for goal, 25 metres out on a slight angle. DeCirio saying he wants to get involved in the WrestleMania out there. Bit of push and shove. A much needed goal here by Leongatha, yet to score one in this quarter. Sale have kicked 4 so far. Hilberg goes back. He's happy with that. Leongatha have got their first of the quarter, finally 23 minutes in.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of opportunities this quarter, Leongatha, but yeah, obviously kicking that one puts them right back into the game. And yeah, really, as you mentioned, Wonga, DeCirio was in for the next round of the fight.
And Leongatha regained the lead. They are 6-1-37, 2 points ahead of Sale, who are 5-5-35. The Carpet Country scoreboard, 24-minute mark of the second quarter.
Great game of football, as you'd expect. 2 top sides of the competition. We said at the start of the game, would Sale be the challenger to Leongatha? They've certainly held their own in a half of football, but as we know, The Parrots can do it for 4 consistent quarters, and they're still in the game, and Marriott hasn't got near it. So quick kick out the middle. That was from Drew, but his kick will end up in the hands of Ethan Dyer for Sale. One of the first times we've called Ethan's name this afternoon as he looks to go straight up the middle. He's going to go towards Lang. It doesn't quite get to him. Drew dropped the mark that he should have taken. Coming in board now was Hume, looking for Bowman. They crashed the pack. Hanley tried to be front and square. Eventually gets there, slides, and then gives a handle off to Little John, who ducked and got underneath the would-be tackler. And now Heppel over the shoulder, look for Turton, but Will Leslie was able to pick it off. And he got tackled. We'll have another stoppage.
Choco, what are your thoughts there? He played for the tackle.
He took him on. Yeah.
No prior.
Wow.
Is your name Choco?
No, just adding my blood.
Thanks very much. Willis wrestling with Leslie in the right kind of way. Johnson dragged off the ball while Willis doesn't have it. Umpire quickly and animatedly suggested, geez, there was a good use of signalling there and pulling on the Guernsey. There wasn't a whole lot of give in the top, but he was able to indicate it was holding the man as Leslie goes forward. But the kick was intercepted by Forrester. Half-forward flank. Looking for some movement up forward. Bowman provides a short option, decides to go long for Hilberg. He's going to fly, goes over the top of his head.
Tell you what, Lockie Todd.
Strong mark by Todd.
All of a sudden looks like Rooster out of Top Gun. He's got the mo going.
He's able to make a recovery from that slight knock early on. Pelicano flies, unable to take it. The umpire's pulled out a free kick here.
It's going
which way? Going Sales' way. Going back to that man in Freeman. Also rocking the nice moustache. Bit more of a Freddie Mercury type moustache, this one. What are your thoughts of the moustache, Darryl? You rocked one yourself lately?
No, you can't see mine because it's grey.
You can see it all right.
I don't grow it, don't worry. As Freeman's kick goes off the side of the boot. It's going to stay in the field of play, though. Working his player underneath it was Forrester. That's Sam. Takes the mark. As you can hear, the spectators getting a bit
rowdy.
Surprised. That's the. I'll tell you what that little reference was. There's someone come and have a drink out of the cup. They're getting stuck into Lockie Todd because the Leongatha Reserves are having a premiership reunion right next to us, and it's all because of Lockie Todd's couple of turnovers, they reckon. So they just said, come and have a drink out of our premiership cup. As it comes towards the commentary box, Lockie Todd's here. You'll hear it again in a minute. And it goes to the boundary line, and we're going to stoppage. Does he have another crack at him, the spectator? Let's hear it. No, he's close. Lockie Todd's walking the other direction.
He's got to just regain his balance.
He's 15th stubby.
he's got to get his balance right.
So nearly half-time here, 27-minute gone. And the margin sits 2 points in favour of Leongatha. Here's Brenton Wonga-White on TRFM.
Half-forward flank. Pelicano loses front position. Leslie knocks the ball forward. Running onto it was Ellison, unable to pick it up. That's Laverty on the bottom. The umpire said that's holding the ball. Tough call. Little John was over the top of it, made no attempt. So Laverty, the veteran, goes back off the mark, puts one over the top, finds a player out there in Campbell. I should say Johnston, sorry, plays on. Going inside 50, there's Campbell. Flies for it, unable to take it. Busting through now is Wilcox. Gets a kick off, but only as far your man, Lockie Todd, just getting there in favour of the Leongatha supporters.
He's playing all right today.
He is. He's getting plenty of it. Swings a ball, going inside 50, straight on centre forward, sliding in there, taking the mark. Looked to be Whitehill. Is it? No, that's Freeman. Is he going to have a shot? He
has to now. Siren's gone.
55 metres out. Directly in front, the players are getting back onto the goal line. This is going to take every bit of his best kick here in Jared Freeman.
Go to barrel?
Well, he's lining up. No, he's going... No, he's going for...
He's going the drop punt.
He's going the drop punt.
He's in distance.
He's standing a little bit of mud there. He's going to have to kick it from 56, 57 metres. Not much of a run-up. Sinks the slipper into it and drops about 5 metres short.
Not a bad effort in the end. Half-time comes around. Went 28 minutes that second quarter. The margin of 22 points at quarter time. It now sits at 2 points. Sale had the lead for a moment, but the late goal to Aaron Hilberg got them back in front at half-time. It's 6-1-37 Leongatha. They lead by 2 points. Sale, a 5-5-35. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
The Morning Crew with Gabby and Dan.
Jacqueline, do you reverse into cow spots?
I do.
But why?
Because I take too long to get in forward. I can't park it straight if I go in forward.
How do you stuff up going forwards, Jack?
I can't even angle park my car forward because I end up crooked and then I have to be that annoying person that backs out.
Jacqueline, it sounds like you might not deserve your licence.
The Morning Crew with Gabby and Dan. Weekday mornings from 6. TRFM.
Back July 11.
Vern Graham in Hayfield, your local Mitre 10 store. The team can help you whether you're painting the kids' room, doing some renovating outside or building a house. From taps to paintbrushes right through to timber and all things hardware. The Vern Graham Mitre 10 team have been helping the Hayfield community since 1930 and are with you in your projects, your gardens, your builds and your everyday purchases. They have what you need to get the job done, along with all the right advice to get it done properly. Mighty helpful, Mitre 10. Vern Graham in Hayfield.
Now at Harvey Norman, hot deals across a huge range of fabric and leather sofas, dining tables and chairs, Australian-made furniture, home office, outdoor furniture and barbecues, with quick delivery available on a huge range. Plus get 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Finance only available if you have or are approved for a participating Latitude credit card. Minimum finance amount $1,000. See T's and C's. Interest applies for non-compliance. Fees and product exclusions apply. Now at Harvey Norman.
Race into Waterbarn and gear up for tax time. Save $150 on a 200-watt 6.8 Android Pioneer auto receiver, now $499, and get 25% off supercharged Gold Plus batteries. Waterbarn.
Style has a new home in Gippsland and it's Carpet Country. Carpet Country is proud to announce the launch of the Country Tiler. Building on decades of experience sourcing tiles from all over the world, they've condensed all of their knowledge into one stunning new contemporary showroom. With stunning tiles hand-sourced from only the finest suppliers, they have something for everyone, and with special orders and almost limitless buying power. Soon to be Gippsland's exclusive home of Laminex, the only limitation is your imagination. Drop in to see them at Argyle Street, Traralgon.
Hey, mate. Stopped by and saw Sarah and the girls this morning. I really miss you. Farm's looking nice and green. It made me think of that 08 summer. We thought the drought would never break. Next thing we're dancing in the rain in your back paddock. Jeez, you got the best moves, mate. Well, you did.
Excuse me, sir. I need to check his IV.
You never think it's going to be you until it is. You can prevent accidents. You can prevent deaths. A message from WorkSafe Victoria.
Right now, there are easy wins in every case of Carlton Dry, like 65-inch TVs, Wonderboom 2 speakers, Instax cameras, and Uber Eats vouchers. Just open the case and find a code that links to a prize. Couldn't be easier. Unless, of course, we put the prizes in the case, like this 65-inch TV. Yeah, nah, let's just go with the codes. Easy wins in every case of Carlton Dry. Couldn't be easier. 18 plus, closes 24 July 2022. T's and C's apply. Search easywins.carltondry.
Busy day? Make mealtime easy. Order on the KFC app. Score exclusive offers. Get access to the secret menu, KFC delivery and more. Only on the KFC app.
The hand-crumbed, perfectly crunchy, goldenous schnitzelus is often found resting happily in a wrap or roll, satisfying ravenous post-match hunger. There's only one habitat for such a delectable morsel, and that's Schnitz Traralgon.
Looking to build in Traralgon? I'm Lee McDonald, your local new homes consultant at Boutique Homes. We've secured exclusive land with a variety of stunning home designs and unique facades. I'm here to help you find a design to suit your lifestyle in a fixed price package. Let's chat. Visit boutiquehomes.com.au.
Now, a look at the quarter highlights. Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Descent coming in, slightest of slight angles. For a seasoned full forward like him, this should be no problem. And he's put it on right through the middle. A big goal for Sale. They've kicked two in the row for the first time in this game.
Coming the other way is Ganane. Gave a quick handball off, a quick kick off the ground from Descent. Dribbles through. And Brad Dessen's got another one. The Magpies have got three in a row to open the second quarter.
Gippsland Live on TRFM. This is the halftime wrap.
Yeah, it is halftime. And we'll wrap things up for you to get through some of the games that are happening around Gippsland and the Valley for you. Of course, over here at Para Park in Leongatha, it is Leongatha 6-1-37 leading Sale by 2 points at halftime, 5-5-35. Goal scorers, all individual goal scorers for Leongatha. Jack Hume, Aaron Turton, Jack Ganane, Aaron Hilberg, Cam Olden and Will Littlejohn. While for the Magpies, well, they only got one in the first quarter. That was a great goal for Jack Johnson. And then it was the Brad Descent show. He got 3 in the quarter. They narrowed the margin from 22 points. They got in front, but they couldn't hold on to the lead at half-time. The other goal scorer, as we said there, was Kane Martin for the Magpies to round out there. 5 goals in a half of football. Just quickly, Wonga, big games, and it's probably more the tagging roles, I think, that have been a standout from both sides.
Yeah, you're right. Shannon Lang in that first quarter had plenty of the football for sale. And we thought if they were going to be any chance to get themselves back into this game, he was going to have to lead the charge. But he went through the quarter and barely touched the footy because he was tagged so well by young Stone from the Leongatha side in Cameron Stone. Took him out of the game. And then on the other side, we thought Tom Marriott, one of the main movers and shakers in the Gippsland League, just a real raging bull in the middle, has been for a long time for the Parrots. He's barely had a touch today, and that's been off the back of the work of Cooper Whitehill from Sale. Done a huge job, Whitehill. Set up their first 2 goals as well of the quarter for Sale. And not only is he stopping Marriott from getting the ball, he's getting plenty of it himself and hurting Leongatha the other way. So there has been some big matchups there. There's been some homework done. But I'll tell you one thing they're going to have to do, the Leongatha Parrots, if they're going to be successful in today's game. They're going to have to go harder and try to nullify the work of Jack Leslie, not only in the ruck, but his ability around the ground to take marks and to set himself into position. He's just been a huge player today for Sale.
He certainly has been. Very well summarised there, Wonga. We've got some around the ground scores now, and it is all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Hot deals on now across a huge range of Aussie-made furniture with quick delivery available, all at Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Here's Wade Presley.
Yeah, righto, Darryl. Up at Bairnsdale, we've got Mafra 8.654, Bairnsdale 4.226, Moe 6.440, Moore 6.642, Wonthaggi 4.226, Warrigal 3.321. Quickly in the mid-Gippy, MDU 39, Foster 37, Murbu North 50, Thorpe 44, Newborough 17, Tarwin 31, Fish Creek 16, Stony Creek 26, and up at Hill End we've got Morwell East 33, Hill End 22. Woodside in the North Gippy, Woodside 43, Sale City 17, Yallourn North 57, Hayfield 20, TTU 46, Rosedale 41, and Glengarry 70, Cowar 46. And Gippsland Power, we've got a full-time score there, 10-5-65 the Power. Held on over Sandringham 7-18-60.
And the Gippsland Power remain undefeated. I think that's 8 wins and 0 losses, sit on top of the ladder of the NAB League, doing wonderful things. Also, good luck to the Vic Country boys who are playing tomorrow in South Australia. They take on, as I said, South Australia. There's 6 of the Power boys playing there as well. Here's some of the key stats for a half of football. It is all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new D-Max, born to live and born to tow. Available at Gippsland Isuzu Ute, LMCT 10285.
Well, it's not surprising there that Leongatha won the inside 50s in the first quarter, 15-10. Got completely swung around the second. Sale 14-6 in the second quarter. To half-time, Sale lead, that's at 24-21. Clearance is pretty even, 18-17 Sale's way. Centre clearances, Sale have cleared it out 8 times to Leongatha's 5. The free kicks quite in favour of Sale there, 11-4 that quarter, 21-12 to half-time. Marks, Leongatha taken 34-26 of those contested, Leongatha 13-7. Marks inside 50, Leongatha had 7 to Sale's 4. Set shots, Leongatha had 5 for a score of 4 goals 1. Sale kicked 2 goals 1 from set shots. And the overall score, Leongatha's score has come 5 goals straight from turnovers and 1 goal 1 from stoppages. Sales 2 goals 3 from turnovers and 3 goals 3 from stoppages. The Battle of the Ruckman, as Wong will let you know there, Jack Leslie had 13 hit-outs in that second quarter for a total of 19 to half-time. He's been backed up by Dane McGuinness and Brad Descent with 2 apiece. Up against Ben Willis, who's had 10 hit-outs, and Justin Palicano, who has had 8. I'll go straight to Jack Leslie. Along with his 13 hit-outs in that second quarter, he had 6 kicks, a mark, 2 clearances and 2 inside 50s. So he's had 12 disposals to half-time, along with his 19 hit-outs. Also with the Sale team, another 7 disposals to Jack Johnson. He's had 13 to half-time, 9 to Jaden Allison, Will Leslie 8. 8 also to Shannon Lang, but they all came in the first quarter, so Shannon Lang was completely shut out during that second term. For Leongatha, their main stat winner to half-time is Aaron Heppel. He's had 7 in the first quarter, 5 in the second, 12 to half-time. 8 apiece to Luke Bowman and Cam Olden, 6 to Matt Wilcox, Tom Marriott and Travis Nash.
There it is. That's wrapping up the stats there for a half of football. All thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. And we have just about to get the third quarter underway. Of course, the umpires are about to make their way back out on the ground. You are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. And it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland Wonga. If you want to buy one frame of 55-inch or above, you can add a second frame of any TV size and get a bonus card, gift card, of up to $700.
Oh, sounds good to me, Darryl.
Only at Harvey Norman Gippsland.
We're giving you the chance to win a brand new Ford Escape valued at nearly $40,000. Simply head to our website, trfm.com.au, and purchase your raffle ticket in the Variety Ace Radio Raffle. We're again raising money for Variety, the children's charity, who support kids living with disability, disadvantage or illness. Help give all kids a fair go in life, no matter what their ability or circumstance. We've limited tickets to just 1,500. Secure yours now as we will sell out.
Vern Graham in Hayfield, your local Mitre 10 store. The team can help you whether you're painting the kids' room, doing some renovating outside or building a house. From taps to paintbrushes right through to timber and all things hardware. The Vern Graham Mitre 10 team have been helping the Hayfield community since 1930 and are with you in your projects, your gardens, your builds and your everyday purchases. They have what you need to get the job done, along with all the right advice to get it done properly. Mighty helpful, Mitre 10. Vern Graham in Hayfield.
You hit the road early, it's a long drive, and you're starting to get a little weary from the sun in your eyes. Driving tired can have the same effect as driving drunk. If you've been on the road for 2 hours, take a 15-minute break. Stop in at the nearest McDonald's restaurant in Gippsland. It's the perfect place to stop. You can stretch your legs, enjoy a coffee from a cafe, or grab a quick snack. A 15-minute break every 2 hours could help save your life. Another road safety message from McDonald's Gippsland, Road Safe and Gippsland's own TRFM.
Bonus local delivery on selected bedding purchases now at Harvey Norman with purchases over $999. Includes mattresses, ensembles, bedroom and kids furniture. Plus 60 months interest free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Finance only available if you have or are approved for a participating Latitude credit card. Minimum finance amount $1,000. See T's and C's. Interest applies for non-compliance. Fees and product exclusions apply. In-store purchases only. Delivery within 25 radius of store. Bonus local delivery on selected bedding purchases at Harvey Norman.
G'day, can I help you?
Yes, I hope so. I'm digging a trench in our backyard, so I need one of those machines that goes...
Oh, you need an excavator.
Excavator, right, if you say so. And then to flatten out the dirt, I was thinking one of them doon thingamabobs.
That'd be a whacker plate.
We know which piece of equipment you need for your project, even if you don't. We hire them too. Mini loaders, drum rollers, tipper trailers and more. See you soon. Gippsland, Wacker, Noiston and Latrobe Valley Forklifts. Visit lvforklifts.com.au.
Style has a new home in Gippsland and it's Carpet Country. Carpet Country is proud to announce the launch of the Country Tiler. Building on decades of experience sourcing tiles from all over the world, they've condensed all of their knowledge into one stunning new contemporary showroom. With stunning tiles hand-sourced from only the finest suppliers, they have something for everyone. And with special orders and almost limitless buying power. Soon to be Gippsland's exclusive home of Laminex, the only limitation is your imagination. Drop in to see them at Argyle Street, Traralgon.
Hear that? That's the beautiful sound of the Morwell Bowling Club Bistro. The perfect atmosphere for a post-win feed or a sorrow-drowning loss. Especially because Saturday is pot and parma night. Choose from the selection of yummy parma toppings. Only $20 every Saturday from 5:30pm. Includes a pot of beer, soft drink or a glass of wine. To make a booking, phone the club on 5134 3449. 52 Hazelwood Road, Morwell. Visit the website morwellbowls.com.au for other specials during the week.
Now at Harvey Norman, hot deals across a huge range of fabric and leather sofas, dining tables and chairs, Australian-made furniture, home office, outdoor furniture and barbecues. With quick delivery available on a huge range. Plus get 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Finance only available if you have or are approved for a participating Latitude credit card. Minimum finance amount $1,000. See T's and C's. Interest applies for non-compliance. Fees and product exclusions apply. Now at Harvey Norman.
Go!
Introducing the Australiano from McCafe, their best ever coffee blend with chai and native wattle seed.
This is the third quarter. Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Let's get down to business. Give you one more night, to get this.
Third quarter action, not too far away. Probably the first time I've seen the umpires late for the third quarter, Wonga.
Yeah, the players were heading out to the positions and the umpires weren't even out there yet. That's an unusual sight.
Maybe they could have sent a team manager in and come, hurry up there, fellas.
Exactly right. The goal umpires didn't even get to the middle of the ground. They just had to come straight on the ground and go straight to their goals as they're about to get the third quarter action underway, all thanks to McDonald's.
Some of the great information provided to us throughout this broadcasting through Paul Carter here is that Leongatha have won 8 out of their 10 third quarters and often play strong there, whereas Sale have won 6 out of their 9 third quarters so far. So, and with a draw out of their 10 with a draw in there as well. So, the Leongatha side, always a strong side in the third quarter, and they're going to need to be here because Sale is throwing everything at them.
Yes, they certainly will, as Leslie will do the ruck duties against Willis, but Willis got the hand on it. Bowman was in the front spot and won the free kick. Holding the man right in the middle of the ground for Bowman. Swings around onto that left foot of his. Gets it to open space. It's going to get out the back. Out there was Pelicano and Thacker. Now Thacker has it. Hairballs over the top to Will Leslie. Just worked Little John off that one. Trying to work the other way was bound. And there'll be a free kick for over the shoulder. It will go Sale's way. And it looks to be Leslie. I think will be the last one off that bottom of the pack. It is. It's Will Variety. So Will has it half-back flank. They trail by 2 points to the Magpies. Chip kick towards Laverty. And he can mark unopposed in the end. The tagging rolls continue, Wade.
They do. Whitehill's still on Marriott, but Shannon Lang is running loose at the minute.
All right. Well, it goes in Lang's direction. Leslie was just able to see it over with a big double fister, and it goes over for a boundary throw in Wong.
What's the fascination with the outer wing here? Away from the grandstand, away from the commentary box, away from the coaches, the players just pushing the ball continuously over onto that far wing. As
always.
Both ruckmen take a fresh air at it, trying to push the ball forward. Now there was Marriott. He was able to get 2 handballs. Quick kick off the ground. It was from Leslie, it looked to be. As they're trying to go forward here, that's a missed handball. Again, over on that far wing by the Sale player. I was unable to make out who that one was. It looked to be Pat Tanish. Out there as the umpire's going to ball this one in again, throwing it in long. Front position, Willis gets a little tap down, only as far as Leslie it was for Sale.
Oh, good hands.
Good hands. Ball's inside forward 50 now as it goes up, and now it's out of bounds on the full. Just a little bit of a lacklustre start to this first quarter, Choco.
Yeah, I think they're just, at the minute, just working out who's where and what's what, and I'm sure it won't take long for a goal, Wonga.
I'll tell you what, Leongatha like to spread when they've got the footy. They really open up the ground and make it as long as possible. As Hanley from the half-back flank gave it to Wilcox. Goes to half-forward, out in front. Nice grab. Out in the far half-forward, it was Olden who quickly took the mark and then gave it off to the run in Hilberg. His kick goes inside forward 50. Miss Pelicano dribbles over for another boundary throw-in.
Well, we saw Kate Martin keep the game up and about in this second quarter with a goal inside the first minute, a strong goal. Be interesting to see we're 2 minutes into this third quarter so far. Neither side firing any shots, but it's Leongatha who's forward, and Pelicano gets a beautiful tap forward. Marriott tries to run onto it, but Todd, twisting and turning, gets around a few. Only as far as Leslie. He's pushed out of the contest there. Quick handball out. Oh, that's around the shoulder. The umpire says...
Yep, holding the footy.
Holding the footy. Well, I called it wrong. That's good work by me there. That's Will Leslie is going to take the free kick. It was Jack Hume trying to get his way through everyone. He's gone out wide to Laverty on the far wing again. Alleluia brings it inboard. Finds the player in Campbell, half-forward flank. Looking for some movement up forward. McLaren's back on. He went off clutching that wrist there in the second quarter. They're gone looking for him. Flying back with a flight was Collins. Was unable to take it. The ball's on the ground. Has he got a boot to it? Collins, was he pushed in the back? Has he got a boot to it? The umpires confer. It's all clear. Sale got the first of the third quarter.
Yeah, they've done well then, Sale, just keeping the ball in front of their players, running back into the goal square, and just got a kick on it I'm tipping if it was an AFL goal umpire, he would have asked for the review and everything else you could do. But it was a great goal there, Jesse Collins.
And that lead goes back to Sale at the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Sale 6-5-41, leading Leongatha 6-1-37.
It is a contender for the Gippsland Live goal of the day for Zambrero Terrell, the new big burrito. Getting hungry every time I read this one out. So big it'll crush any hunger. Double filling, double rice, available for a limited time at Zambrero Terrell.
Just what they needed, the Magpies. Again, though, Willis got the tap down. He roves his own work, then tries to flick a handle out to Bowman, who didn't have the football, and he's won another free kick in the middle. He got dumped on the cricket wicket and gets up a little bit worse for wear. Mud all down his left shoulder, out towards Canberra Olden. Just got to get around Collins now, who just ducked the shoulder, and the ball will go over for a boundary throw in. Bowman's starting to have a little bit of a presence. They do need someone to stand up.
And Marriott has stood up so far. He's had a few possessions.
Yep.
Alluding to their Choco, that last goal, that the country goal umpires do a better job than the AFL goal umpires. Under pressure, he had to make a decision. There was no review.
And less paid. So, it might be the salary that gets the AFL ones longer. They're, well paid, that's for sure.
Good decision under pressure there that saw Sale get the first goal of the third quarter. Thanks to Jesse Collins, the kick off the ground under pressure as the ball is now in the forward line of Leongatha. Marriott, you've mentioned him there, Choco. He's going for another touch as he pushes it off the ground. He's picked it up. He's got it on the left boot. He's centered the ball. He's followed up. He's going again. If he was playing rugby, it would have been a touchdown and we would have been jumping up and down, but we're not. And it's gone over the behind line for one behind.
Gee, he tacks it at pace, doesn't he? That's his key. Like a bull.
You wouldn't want to be getting in the way of that one. He would have knocked down all the pins at the 10-pin bowling if he was the ball, because he was going hard as Leongatha tried to get a score on the board here, and Sale have kicked it out, wrestling. Pulling the ball out there was Leslie. The ball was partially smothered. The kick goes forward. Coming out to meet it is Freeman with that nice mustaka. Quick kick forward. Pushing back hard there is Martin. Diving on the ball.
Here they go.
Trying to pick it up. That's Glenane. Kicks it inside forward 50. Running onto it. He has got a couple of metres to spare. He gets it onto the boot. Snapping. Hits the post. The head goes back in shock. Kane Martin thought he had kicked a Zambrero goal of the day. A great effort by Sale. Something out of nothing. Just kept moving the ball forward at any cost.
It's 6-6-42 Sale to 6-2-38 Leongatha. We've played 6.5 minutes, third quarter.
Olden got it in, gave it to Jurek, now to Wilcox, out wide to Hume. His right foot kick over the top into some open space. Heppel might run onto this one. Hilberg's there as well. Landed his toes, doesn't sit for Hilberg, and it's going to go over. Transition footy, that was quick. It took about 2 seconds to get from the back line right up into the Leongatha's forward 50. And they had a chance if it just had sat for them nicely, but it didn't. We have a boundary throw in 7 minutes into this third quarter, the all-important third quarter. Wonga told us a little bit earlier how good Leongatha are. They haven't lost too many of these thirds. The Magpies need to stand up. Here's Shannon Lang from the stoppage. Wins it and then runs and kicks towards McGuinness, who can fly. Spoil over the back was from Steve Forrester. Here's Jack Johnson for Sale. Gave a handball to Leslie. He had to go one hand in the air. Well done by Hanley, but Leslie was up to it. Squeezed a handball to Lang. Now to Laverty. There's a free kick. It's going back towards Leongatha's way, I think.
No, they're going to Sale. He's trying to play advantage. Umpires are saying play on.
And everyone
has still stopped.
It's still gone. Kate Martin has taken a bounce. He's run inside 50. He's got a man over the top. He hands it over the top to him in Campbell. He's just going to go slow and bang it on through. Just missed the goal umpire. He flinched there. They're not paid enough for that sort of stuff, Choco.
No, I think they'll be asking for a pay rise now.
It's like Tony Lockett at the NCG. Do you remember that?
Yeah, do.
I think he was trying to knock the bloke off the cherry picker, to be honest.
More importantly, Sale got 2 goals in a row in this third quarter, the all-important third quarter. Choco, what happened with the decision at half-back?
Yeah, I've got no idea, Darryl. Everyone stopped. I thought there might have been a blood rule. It could have been anything, but all of a sudden they kept rolling. So, anyway, Sale kicked the goal, and, they'll be loving that now. They're back in front.
8-minute mark, second quarter. A 10-point lead to Sale, 7-6-48 to 6-2-38. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
That was a big moment. Thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Pot and Palmer night every Saturday, 5:30 p.m. for only $20.
Marriott free kick in the middle of the ground. as he now gets called to play on. Right foot kick goes to the searching leader, Ganane. Just lands at his toes, but nicely picked up. Spins around. Right foot kick to the pocket. Sun's in their eyes. They can't mark. Hilberg's at the back. He nearly had it spent before he took off with a footy and left the footy behind, and it's out of bounds. Another boundary thrown in. Another dangerous spot. Although last time this happened, Sale kicked the unbelievable goal, and the goal umpire lost his head at the other end of the ground.
Yeah, he'd be off cleaning his jocks right now as Leongatha charge towards the goals. Coming out there was Leslie. Sale kicks the ball forward. Just they got numbers here, Leongatha. If they can just get the ball out there a chance, they've good pressure here from the small forwards. A lot of tackling. Deep inside, Leongatha's attacking 50. The umpire's going to ball this one up. They're just not. It's been a change of fortunes, hasn't it? In the first quarter, Sale generated a lot of opportunities, weren't able to get it. We're seeing here in the third quarter that Leongatha are doing the same. A lot of opportunities as Pelicano slapped that one forward.
Throw.
The umpire's called a throw. Going which way?
I think it's going to Leongatha.
It looks to be. The Sale player on the ground pleading.
Yep, Will Leslie.
That it wasn't throw. That's
And
Will
50.
Leslie. And 50. A little bit of descent. And that's not Jordan descent, it's descent. So we're going to have a shot at goal directly in front. The ball's in the hands of Hilberg, and he just goes back and slots that one through just to stem the tide. The flow was against Leongatha, but Sale against Leongatha, but they've gone back and they've kicked a goal to try to even this game up.
Yeah, they're the ones that certainly get you back in the game. Back to, 4 points now. So, yeah, and it has been all Sale this quarter.
And that's a 4-point margin in Sale's favour on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard at the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Sale 7-6-48, leading Leongatha 7-2-44.
What a great game of football we have. Two top sides. They'll feature heavily come finals time in this Gippsland League. It's that exciting. I'm losing my voice, Wong.
Well, that shows us what forward pressure's all about. Leongatha just said we're not letting this ball outside forward 50 unless we get a goal, and they were able to manufacture something through their pressure. And now getting out Marriott, geez, he's lifted in the third quarter. The ball, he's got the ball forward, tackled hard there. Dyer putting the tackle on. The umpire's going to ball this one up and been a clash of heads.
Marriott copped it again.
Marriott and Olden. He can't be strapped up anymore out there, Marriott. He won't be able to see anything. Looking more like a rugby union player with the amount of tape around those ears. Getting mauled in the ruck. The ball comes back. Quick kick out there. Going forward, Leongatha again flying high. Ganane with a round arm was able to knock the ball forward, but Sale got numbers there. Flying is Lang. Unable to take the mark, sliding in. May have got him high there. The umpire says, yes, Wonga. You've got some good eyes. And Kim Drew kicks the ball forward and finds a man unmarked. Unmarked inside forward 50.
Heppel.
It's Heppel. He's going to have a shot, 45-degree angle. Bit of a breeze picking up out there, Choco.
Yeah, for sure. And a bit of loose checking there by Sale will allow this shot at goal.
The wind coming over the top of Hilberg's, not Hilberg, Heppel's left shoulder. The ball is on its way. He's judged it beautifully. He's put it on through 2 in a row to the Parrots.
And that just shows why he was playing the high level of footy too, Wong. Obviously playing VFL. And, puts Leongatha back in front.
It's 2 points to Leongatha at the 12-minute mark of the third quarter. 8-2-50 the Parrots, leading Sale 7-6-48 and the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Big game, big moments. All thanks to Moore Bowling Club. Make sure you head along tonight for a pot and Palmer. It's 5:30 and it's only $20 at the Moore Bowling Club when you're on the road. Pop in and say good day to the team.
So Sale have moved Brad Desson up to centre forward, just seeing that they're lacking that drive into the goal square. Going with a smaller forward line at the moment as they try to work it forward. Leslie again wins a tap, gets a kick out, goes forward. Descent, there's that man at centre forward, dived into it. Big tackle there by Stone. The umpire's going to ball this one up. That was a bit of David and Goliath moment. There's Leslie, Pelicano. It is almost UFC like those two going at it. Glenane tapping the ball forward. Coming in there was Lang, gets the ball forward. Lands in the hands of McGuinness. We're playing transition footy, to and fro, one end to the other. And we're going, McGuinness is going to go back for his first shot on goal today. He'll be kicking this one 35 metres out. Again, the slightest of slight angles. Choco trying to get the lead back for Sale. It's been a great game, 13 minutes gone here in the third quarter. First place Leongatha, fourth place Sale. coming in for the shot. McGuinness, the ball is on its way.
Awkward kick.
Oh, it is awkward. Almost like James Manson like at Collingwood with that Guernsey on there. Awkward as anything you'll see in a game of football that goes through for a minor score.
7-7-49 Sale. They trail by 1 point. Leongatha 8-2-50. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. 14 minutes played third quarter.
Forrester brings it back into the field looking for Hume. Can't mark. He's Hanley. Twisting, turning. Gets around onto the right foot. Little chip to the wing area. Getting dumped off the foot. He was Olden and able to take the mark back there. Looks to be... Could be Tainch. As Tainch now drives it towards half forward. Freeman will be the target. Pelicano was there as well. Forrester quickly grabbed it, wrapped up in a McGuinness tackle. We'll have another stoppage. 52 metres out from the goals of the Magpies. They trail, though. It's a 1 point margin in favour of Leongatha.
McGuinness tries to win the tap. He cops one in the head by Pelicano. Free kick's been paid. Against Johnston. Going the way of Kim Drew. He's an awkward character in the ruck, Pelicano. Those arms go everywhere. As the ball goes forward through Drew, only as far as set half back. Leslie tries to kick that one off the ground, unable to do so. Bowman gets a release handball out the back. That's to Hanley. Ball goes forward any way we can. Sliding in there was Todd.
Let him play, umpires.
He's given away a free kick. Listen to Darryl.
Too many this quarter.
Quick kick there. Olden, he sensed something moving forward. It's Jurek moving in there by himself. He picks the ball up on the boundary line, keeps it in. No. The umpires confer and say that is out of bounds. Jurek was free inside there, throws the arms back in disgust. He says, I'm not sure I was over the line, but the umpires say, yes, you were.
Paul Carter, free kicks this quarter.
Is 7 to Leongatha, 3 to Sale.
And how many did we have in a half of football in the first? I just felt that they're starting to have a bit of an influence where they don't need to.
There was 33 in the first half.
Well, they've obviously paid quite a few for the whole game, so these ones just a little bit more tiggy touchwood, I think. The ball at the moment.
You've got a great feel for the game, Darryl.
Yeah, I have. Don't worry about that. Thank you very much. The ball comes back into the field of play. Over the back, Leslie trying to run onto that was Leongatha. Johnson got one wing tackled and the umpire said holding the ball.
Oh, animated again with that holding ball. I love it when they just bring the arms up and drop them on through.
He didn't have much prior opportunity. He grabbed the footy and got tackled straight away from the big Willis. Not sure what else Johnson could do.
Oh, well, big Willis. What are you talking about, Willis? He's going back. 45 metres out, the big man. The veteran of this Parrot side. I don't know if he's gone back quite far enough there, but he's going to have a shot. The wind is swirling around him. It's on its way. He's allowed for the wind. Slipping, sliding. No.
Over the top.
Minor score. Mate, I think you need some thicker glasses on there, mate. No, it was clearly a miss.
Every Leongatha player celebrated that one, Wonga. The margin
no, they
2
didn't.
points.
Oh, they're away the Sale side. Glenn's got the ball out wide on the wing. Moving forward for him now. Johnston goes that way, takes a sliding mark just inside the field of play. Just outside the field of play.
They were celebrating. They actually got the third leg of the quaddie that ran right now, as opposed to you, Wonga.
Yeah, don't want to talk about that one, Choco. That's a bit of a tough point there.
Had a big win earlier, though. The wife will be happy with the big collect earlier that you had, Wonga.
Come on now.
The ball comes back into this field of play. Johnson got a handball off to Allison. He quickly gets wrapped up in the tackle. Sling
That's a sling. You can't do that. That's dangerous.
It was a sling. There's a free kick being paid. It's going to go Leongatha's way.
You don't do it in front of Jack Leslie either. He's throwing him around.
Yep. Free kick will go in the way of Allison. Got it out towards Lavity in front of Hume. Margin 2 points. 17-minute mark of this third quarter. All-important third quarter. As Lavity puts towards desert direction and can mark. 55 metres out, 1-on-1. McLaren's under an injury cloud. We know that. He spent a lot of time forward today. That lead was ignored. Leslie rolls down. It goes then. He slips over. Gets back up again. Leslie can't mark. Here's McLaren. Left foot kick. Only went 2 metres. Big McGuinness goes to ground. Drags it in. Now taps out to Leslie. Quick little kick will bounce and miss. And a minor score. The Magpies press again. And the margin gets to 1 point.
Sale 7-8-50, trailing Leongatha 8-3-51, and we are at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter.
Anyone out there, crowd listening, could you get some lozenges up to the box? Darryl's voice is going croakier by the minute as a big spoil comes over the top there, and that was from Thomas Glenn. Prefers to be known as Tom. Yep, no worries, got that. Thanks for the advice there from the crowd. Didn't come out too far. 60 metres out from the Sale goal. The two rucks go at it. Pelicano gets a big swing over the top near Bowman, tries to rove his own work. Pelicano getting the ball forward at any cost and goes as far as Hanley. But gets a hand over the shoulder. He's going to get the free kick. Glenn on the mark. He's making him change direction. He sits this one up looking for Hilberg. Gets front position, can't take it. Todd claims it. The umpire says yes. Not too sure about that. Thought Hilberg had the first touch. But be that as it may, Lockie Todd defending strongly and gives the ball off to Allison.
So Leslie it is, cross half-back. Just directing some traffic. Decides to come back to the near side. Goes towards Johnson, who can't quite mark. Here's Turton. He fumbled it the first time. And a quick kick off the ground on that occasion from Glenn, and it goes over for a boundary throw. And it went out of bounds on the full in the end, so Stone said, I'll just take it, and quickly put it inside forward 50, but picking it off is bound for the Magpies as they trail by a point here in the third quarter. 20-minute mark of this all-important third quarter. Kicks towards the wing area, but Cameron Stone too good again. And this time he goes backwards to find Nash.
Yes, he gave away a bit of distance there, but Nash has got another one out wide. That's Wilcox at centre half back. Got a lot of movement there for him. Called to play on. The big fella's up to it. He goes long down the line. The players at a fly. No clear mark there. Bowen had the big punch. Trying to move the ball forward now. Dodging through them is Martin. Gets a handball forward. Umpire's called a free kick for dumping again. That's another sling tackle. There's a fair bit of heat in this game. Martin in the middle of the ground. Off one step, kicks the ball forward. Needed to do better. Laverty put him under the ball, and coming over the top there for the strong mark was Forrester, who goes into the middle of the ground and finds Bowman.
Yeah, Bowman right in the middle of Parrot Park. Looks up. Handballs? No, now he does. Gives it off to Sovereign. Gave it back to Bowman. He ran on, got legged. Yes, he did. Professional free kick, I think, from Martin. Bowman quickly plays on into the one-on-one direction. Can't quite mark. Comes to ground level. There was Hilberg. Jack Hume overruns it. Another free kick. And I tell you, I've got a good feel of this game, Wonga. The umpires are getting involved, and the free kick goes to Leongatha. Choco?
I'd say the umpires are getting paid per free kick, to be honest. It's some of these Tiggy Touchwood ones, it's not good to see.
Aaron Hilberg will have this shot. He'll have to kick it all of 55 metres, you would think. We're at the 21-minute mark. The margin's only at 1 point in favour of the home team. We've got another cracker on our hand as Hilberg unloads from 53 metres. Not going to get the accuracy. Leslie flies and put a big spoil on. Ganane was there. Will snap around his body. It's going to go back. It's going to be a behind. And one of the better attempts at goal down to the bottom end of the city end of the ground for the Parrots.
8-4-52, Leongatha, a 2-point lead over Sales, 7-8-50, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, and we played just short of 22 minutes.
Serio to bring the ball back into play, goes short, dangerous kick, but Shannon Lang's up to the task. Takes the mark out in front. Looking to link up the players here. Sale just outside their defensive 50. Looks there that they've found the coach in Johnston. Goes over the top for the player. Moving for him again was Lang. Geez, he's copped one high. Was able to take the mark, but was made to earn it.
Takes a long time to get up.
It's been 4 kicks so far, and they've gone all of 60 metres. Leongatha working hard to pressurise the Sale players to see if they can keep the ball there. Flying high was Wilcox, unable to take it. And lo and behold, the ball's on the far wing. Yet again, there's the autumnal weather. No, we're winter now, aren't we? All those leaves are up there. Gone that nice shade of brown. Beautiful, picturesque view out there, you'd say, Paul Carter.
Certainly is, Wonga. The ground looks a treat too.
22 minutes gone, third quarter. McGuinness in the front spot. Willis was there as well. Willis tried to barge his way through after it bounced back up into his hand. We'll have another stoppage. It always seems to be the case too. The commentary box or the grandstand, and the wind blows away from it. As Guinness got his tap on that one. Lang's out the back of this one. Has to get around a tackler from Bowman. Collins was there to help out. Now Hanley, who's been busy, handled over the top. He's got a runner out there in Cam Rolden. He spun around in 2 or 3 tackles. That one, I'll give you, the umpire was spot on. That's holding the footy. As Shannon Lang gets
it is important you even it up, mate. The positives and the negatives.
Even up. The free kicks are there. You just pay them. Shannon Lang, half-back flank for the Magpies.
Getting cranky in his old age, Choco.
Oh, I think so.
Kicks down towards the wing. Descent can't mark. Well, the umpire said, no, play on. couple of players stopped on that far side of the ground. Now he'll come in.
I don't think he's recovered since we're talking about his grey moustache. It's really brought him undone.
Bit of salt.
But yeah, there's not much pepper left in there. On the far wing, the ball goes up high.
Hello, Brad Pitt.
I don't think I'll be invited back next week, that's for sure. I'll be on the naughty list along with Poppy and Boxer, who aren't here today.
So if anyone else wants to join us, drop in a resume right now to the commentary box. You can join us this afternoon if you like. Actually, where's Blake Van Rooy?
he has been hanging around looking for a microphone.
I'm tipping he's still in the showers.
Half-forward flank here for Leongatha. Got a really close game, 2-point ball game, third quarter, 24 minutes gone. Parrot Park, Leongatha are in front, and they surge forward again, and only for a strong tackle. And the umpire said, we'll ball this one up, much to the disgust. He's still cranky here in Darryl Cooling to my right, but it was a good tackle by Glenn. The ruckman go up high, tapping it forward, getting his head over the ball there is Glenane. Twisting, turning, getting the ball going forward, but only as far as a Leongatha player. Looked to be Hume. Goes inside forward 50, sliding in on his knees was Will Leslie. Strong mark. He's in his defensive 40 metres out from goals. Again, hey, let's go out to the far wing. This is a good place for the ball to be because it doesn't seem to go anywhere else. Brad Descent a long way up the ground, unable to take the mark and rolls over for a boundary throw-in here at Leongatha on a beautiful winter's afternoon, Paul Carter.
Longer, you'd swear there's an arrow painted on the ground that says go out that side, wouldn't you?
With the conditions that they are and the tightness of this game, Sale will take this as a win. I know they were down by 2 points at half-time. It's margin 2 points at the moment. But I think they'll go into the last quarter with an opportunity to roll forward and maybe kick a winning score, perhaps. And I tell you what, Ned Hanley's been great for the Parrots this afternoon, for Gippsland Isuzu Ute. We'll get some key scores for you at three-quarter time. We're just ticked over to 26 minutes of this third quarter here. And the margin is at 2 points, as we said, to Leongatha. Bowman from this stoppage. Working hard, though, is Lang. Just got around his opponent. Little chip kick, though. Is not going to quite get to Tainch. It gets over the back. Have to work hard at ground level to the Parrots. Sovereign just coughed it up, though. Gave it to some opposition, and Lang said, I'll kick it to half forward. The big fella in Wilcox marked, gave it across to Turton, who got it back. Now the run comes through. Bowman, he's had a big third quarter. Left foot to half forward. Hanley's been good as well. Good body use. He rolls and plays on quickly. He can handle off to Sam Forrester. His left foot kick goes to the fat side, looking for their forward targets, and they stand tall in the defence again. And on this occasion, it's Lockie Todd. He's not a favourite of the Canberra here at Leongatha, but he's a favourite of the Magpies, and they relieve the pressure out to Lang.
Yes, Lang out that far flank, goes to the far wing, sliding in on his knees there was McGuinness, playing up a bit further up the ground, playing a high centre-half forward position, but Leongatha just get the numbers back, push across and shrink the ground, making it hard for Sale to hit a target, but flying up high there was Leslie. Must be having a rest up forward. Ball bounces in behind Descent. The race is on, getting back there. Turton twisting, west away, gets a kick forward, not too far, into a dangerous position. Gets a handball out there, that's Tainch. Oh, just a spilled mark. They're under pressure, you can feel it. It's Sovereign, releases that pressure. Goes out wide, finds Wilcox. Oh, they're lining up here, the Leongatha players. They're away. Forrester now with the ball. We're going there. That's Leslie. He's been strong in defence back there today in this quarter, Will Leslie. He's repelled everything that's come his way, and he's won himself a free kick. Much deserved, was held without the football, and will now push Sale forward again.
Yeah, can't be too long to go in the third quarter. Still the margin sits at 2 points. Leslie goes to Jack Johnson. Centre half forward, too far out to score. He's got a target. Goes towards Campbell, out the back. He pushes, play on, snaps around his body, and Campbell misses. He misses, and I think he may miss everything. The umpires, I don't know where they're going. There could be a free kick being paid. There could be a point scored. It could be out of bounds on the full, or it might even be Leongatha's free kick.
Pelicano rolling around out there like he'd been hit by a freight train and then jumped up and took off as Sam Forrester with the ball.
So no score on the back of
No score. Kicks out wide, relieving here through O'Loughlin. 28 minutes gone. Only 4 goals scored this quarter, 2 apiece. We're still at the same 2-point margin we had at half-time as Westaway puts his head over the ball, releases further. Looking for players down there. There's our man again. Oh, he's got to get a free kick there, umpire. Stop!
Golly, you saw that umpire. He took his head off. Siren's gone. And that ends the third quarter. I think the sun got in his eyes. What? I'm not sure what he was looking at, Leslie.
He doesn't know what he was looking at either. No. Leslie just picks himself up gingerly. He
doesn't even know he's at Leongatha at the moment. No, he's all right. It's three-quarter time, and the margin is 2 points. It's a cracking game. It was 2 points at half-time. Now it's still 2 points. We are in for an absolute thriller. We've got one to go from Parrot Park. It's Leongatha, 8-4-52. Leading Sale, 7-8-50. This is Gippsland Live on TRFM, all for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
Every weekend across Australia, sports grounds are full of people engaging in community sport. It's great to be back playing, but sport faces a new challenge, and it's this simple. Without umpires, there is no game. Right now, we need people to help umpire AFL across Gippsland. You'll be trained and paid to keep our games and community sport going. Search for East Gippsland, Sale or Latrobe Valley Umpires Associations on Facebook to get involved. Proudly supported by TRFM.
You hit the road early, it's a long drive, and you're starting to get a little weary from the sun in your eyes. Driving tired can have the same effect as driving drunk. If you've been on the road for 2 hours, take a 15-minute break. Stop in at the nearest McDonald's restaurant in Gippsland. It's the perfect place to stop. You can stretch your legs, enjoy a coffee from a cafe, or grab a quick snack. A 15-minute break every 2 hours could help save your life. Another road safety message from McDonald's Gippsland, Road Safe and Gippsland's own TRFM.
Now at Harvey Norman, Philips Essential Extra Large Digital Air Fryer. Hot price $199. Exclusive to Harvey Norman, Samsung Quad Door Fridge. $2,599, save $500. Save $700 on the LG 65-inch OLED Smart TV. Only $3,795. Sonos 1SL Smart Speaker, $245, save $40. More great deals on now at Harvey Norman.
G'day, can I help you?
Yes, I hope so. I'm digging a trench in our backyard, so I need one of those machines that goes...
Oh, you need an excavator.
Excavator, right, if you say so. And then to flatten out the dirt, I was thinking one of them thingamabobs.
That'd be a whacker plate.
We know which piece of equipment you need for your project, even if you don't. We hire them too. Mini loaders, drum rollers, tipper trailers and more. See you soon. Gippsland, Wacker, Noiston and Latrobe Valley Forklifts. Visit lvforklifts.com.au.
Come and check out one of Gippsland's biggest and best ranges of quality furniture and bedding at Morelli's Furniture and Bedtime in Sale. Be amazed at the great range and the prices. Plus free delivery in Gippsland still applies. Remember, Morelli's Furniture and Bedtime, no excuses. Be there.
Where does our family stay when we visit Melbourne? Travel in Carlton every time. Oh, the beds. We get the best sleep in. And with big TVs and fast Wi-Fi, the rooms are nice to camp out in. There's a restaurant we all dine in. A heated pool the kids love to swim in. And because you're just minutes from the CBD, museum and cafes on Lygon Street. So you don't have to stay in. So stay happy. Travel in Carlton. It's the in place.
Top Pub Morwell, $18 Plot and Palmer in the sports bar Monday to Friday. Free trivia every Wednesday from 7:30pm. $15 lunch in the bistro Monday to Wednesday. The new winter bistro menu now available at Top Pub.
Now at Harvey Norman, hot deals across a huge range of fabric and leather sofas, dining tables and chairs, Australian-made furniture, home office, outdoor furniture and barbecues. With quick delivery available on a huge range. Plus get 60 months interest-free, no deposit, no interest from Latitude with 60 approximately equal monthly payments and receive a bonus gift card up to $1,000. Finance only available if you have or are approved for a participating Latitude credit card. Minimum finance amount $1,000. See T's and C's. Interest applies for non-compliance. Fees and product exclusions apply. Now at Harvey Norman.
You hit the road early, it's a long drive, and you're starting to get a little weary from the sun in your eyes. Driving tired can have the same effect as driving drunk. If you've been on the road for 2 hours, take a 15-minute break. Stop in at the nearest McDonald's restaurant in Gippsland. It's the perfect place to stop. You can stretch your legs, enjoy a coffee from a cafe, or grab a quick snack. A 15-minute break every 2 hours could help save your life. Another road safety message from McDonald's Gippsland, Road Safe and Gippsland's own TRFM.
Now, a look at the quarter highlights. Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Collins was unable to take it. The ball's on the ground. Has he got a boot to it? Collins, as he pushed in the back, has he got a boot to it? The umpires confer. It's all clear. Sale got the first of the third quarter. So we're going to have a shot at goal directly in front. The ball's in the hands of Hilberg, and he just goes back and slots that one through just to stem the tide. The flow was against Leongatha, but Sale against Leongatha, but they've gone back and they've kicked a goal to try to even this game up. Heppel's left shoulder, the ball is on its way. He's judged it beautifully. He's put it on through 2 in a row to the Parrots.
For Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland, save on HP, Lenovo and Acer today. 3 down, 1 to go. The final quarter is about to start. This is Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Yes, the final quarter is just about upon us. It's all for Harvey Norman Computers. And don't forget, 2-point margin at half-time, 2-point margin at three-quarter time. This is going to go down in the wire. Don't worry about that. It is Leongatha leading 8-4-52, Sale 7-8-50. And Paul Carter's got some key stats for us, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu. You just quickly before we get underway, Paul.
Just very quickly there, a big quarter by Luke Bowman, 7 disposals, he's up to 15. Also in double figures, Aaron Heppel's 13, Cam Olden's 13, 12 to Tom Marriott, he had 6 that quarter, and 5 to Matt Wilcox, taking him to 11. Shannon Lang, big third quarter, 11 disposals, he had 19 for the match, 16 to Will Leslie, 17 to Jack Leslie, 19 to Jack Johnston.
Jack Leslie's ruck work has been fantastic as well, Paul.
Yeah, and 26 head out, another 7 that quarter.
He's a big man. He's had a good battle up against Big Bowman. He's pretty much, and also Pelicano. What's the round? What are we standing at the moment, Wade, with the tussles that they've had?
Well, I was just Pelicano late in that third quarter was rolling around the ground. I was looking for Leslie to see if he was around, but no. So it's still Leslie in front, I think.
Well, here we go. Final quarter about to get underway. It's going to be a belter as Leslie gets the hand on it. There is Bowman. He got slung around the tackle, just got boot to ball. Jurek comes off the wing, able to handball it clear. Bowman just kicks it off the ground, but Lang marked it. The umpire said not 15, play on. Hanley does well at ground level. Bowman, Marriott comes flying through 100 mile an hour. Couldn't take the ball at all with him. We've got another stoppage, centre half forward for the Parrots. Inside the first minute of play again, Leslie. There's a free kick over the shoulders going to go against Leslie. They play the advantage, and then Drew got his head ripped off. There's 2 free kicks inside 2 seconds.
And there's still the taggers going at it this quarter, Darryl.
So Drew delivers towards forward in Ganane, overruns it. DeCirio was there, grabbed it, flicked it out to wide. Here's Bound. Running after this one is Turton, taps it to himself. Now Bound delivers a quick little kick towards the boundary line. Able to run onto this one is DeCirio. He drives his left foot into it towards the wing area. Laverty, the experience in the one-on-one contest. Hit it towards the boundary line and put it over for a boundary throw-in. No score inside a minute. Margin sits at 2 points still.
Yeah, the margin does still sit at 2 points, and the ball sits over on the far wing still.
And not a great breeze too, Wonga.
As the big men go at it, Jack Leslie wins that one down. Oh, he's copped that one high.
Free kick.
Oh, dropping the ball. Hello. Hello.
Oh, they're not happy with that either. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything.
No, we'll just stay quiet on this one. But
yep.
The recipient of this free kick out there will be Kim Drew on the far wing here at Parrot Park, and elects to go short. Dangerous kick, finds his man in Hanley.
He's been good, Ned Hanley.
He's been very good today, Ned Hanley. Maybe in contention. Are you suggesting for the Gippsland Isuzu best on ground, Darryl?
Yeah, he has been good over 4 quarters.
Hilberg, beautiful mark out in front, plays on. Got Ganane on the lead, got him! Beautiful football, Parrots. Final quarter, the heat is on. Are they up to it? Ganane on the long lead after a beautiful mark by Hilberg. Fast movement. Hard for the defenders to do their job there. And lining up now.
Same spot as earlier.
Jack Ganane, he's kicked one for the day. This to stretch the lead for Leongatha. Jack Ganane, ball is on its way. Looks good off the boot. Goal umpire doesn't move. He puts it on through. The Parrots stretch their lead.
Yeah, great kick there by Ganane. He was, as we mentioned before, he was kicking all those goals before the game. And, slightest of slight angles there and threaded it through.
And on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, we're at the 3-minute mark of the final quarter. First score for the quarter goes to Leongatha. That goal takes them to an 8-point lead. They are 9-4-58. Sale 7-8-50.
Well, this is the test. If Sale are up to the challenge, away from their home deck, they travel across to South Gippsland. They lost to Wonthaggi, another South Gippsland team, last week by a point. These are the games they want to stand up in, the big ones. Can they respond? Big moments for the Maul Bowling Club. Good work by Willis to tap it out. Leslie, though, grabbed it, put it, ball to boot. Got it towards centre half forward. Down at ground level was Ganane. Couldn't quite mark it. That was Glenane, I should say. Now Johnson goes in without the football. The umpire says play on. Working hard was Drew and Whitehill at the bottom of the pack. And a free kick in the back will go to Jesse Collins of the Magpies. It's going to take him a while to get out of the mud, as Jesse Collins has it right in the centre square. He looks to go direct, the shortest way home. Drives it down towards his target. Brad Descent will fly. Gets two to beat. Couldn't quite get there. Cameron Stone grabbed it and Descent said, I'll tackle you. Although it spills out. And quickly done, the handball out the back from Forrester. Kicks it towards Will Cox. He grabs it. He drags it in. The ball comes out. Here's Martin, who can swing around on the left foot. Goes to a dangerous spot. Big double fister was by Big Willis. Although it was Shannon Lang who gave it to Jack Johnson, who had a flying shot that goes across the face, and all the numbers in favour of Leongatha. Sam Forrester will relieve the pressure.
He's got the run out there of Nash. He's out by himself. Draws a player, but he slips over, and that was Jurek, which leaves Leslie out there to pick the ball up. Gets the handball forward, gets it again. Leslie, a fresh air shot. Hanley got the ball out. They're out and running again here, Leongatha. What can they put together? Ganane takes another strong mark. He's got Hilberg on if he wants him. The kick's right, and it is. Straight into Hilberg's waiting hands. And they stream forward. He's played on. He's got another player in close in Hume. Hume at the top of the goal square is going to have a shot. The Parrots putting on a clinic, and have a listen to them at the can bar. They could not be happier with what they're seeing here at the Parrot land. And if Hume can go back, Jack Hume, and kick this goal...
I've marked it down, Wong.
This is going to be 2 in the quarter. It's a little dolly of a kick, and it's gone through, and they're up and about, the Parrots.
Yeah, it's an interesting one there, like Ganane come out, and I don't think too many people would say this about Ganane, but he actually looks too mobile for DeCirio. But, yeah, the last two forward entries for Leongatha, he's led out, marked the ball, kicked the goal, and then set that one up. So, yeah, good play.
And it's now a 14-point lead to Leongatha, 5-minute mark of the final quarter. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, Leongatha 10-4-64, Sale 7-8-50.
Danger signs now for the Magpies. There must be red lights flashing off in the coach's box for the Magpies as they're wondering what to do and how they can stop this run of Leongatha. Leslie's the only one put a knee in Willis. Didn't bother him though, because he went again, big Benny Willis, and got tackled by 2 Magpies. I don't think he felt the Cooper Whitehill tackle, but he might have felt the...
Well, Cooper Whitehill was underneath Willis, and that's probably about 50 kilos against 100. Yep. And
a bit more.
And he's still on the ground, so...
Someone get a spatula out there and scrape him up.
There's a Cooper Whitehill-shaped indentation.
Yeah. Now he has to get up and stand next to Tom Marriott, which he has done all afternoon. He's all right, though, the youngster. Leslie, again, tapped it out to some open space and said, Lang, go and get it. Nice little work by Taints. Gave it back to Whitehill. He handballed back to Jack Leslie. They kick towards the Lang direction. Drew's there as well. Drew does well. He halves the contest to bring the ball to the ground. Cameron Stone taps it to himself and then gathers it. And then Will Leslie picked him up, tackled him, holding the ball, and drove him into the Leongatha turf. He's going to feel that for a little while, Will Cameron Stone. And 50 metres from abuse. I don't know who the abuse
came from the boundary.
It was the coaching staff.
The coaching side had a little bit to say, and the umpire said, well, you can't say that.
Well, they don't want to get involved much, do they?
No.
As Will Leslie has it, he's too far out to score. That 50 was only 30, by the way.
Yeah, it was.
Chips it over the top. The lead from Descent gets over his head. Oh. Campbell marks, though. Fell in his lap in the end. Thomas Campbell read it better than everyone.
No, they've called a free kick.
Of course they have.
There's a reason why it went over Brad Descent's head.
He got pushed.
He went up and away, and it went over the top.
I should have known better.
This is a much-needed goal here. This is a big moment. A big moment here, thanks to the Maul Bowling Club. If Brad Descent can go back and kick his 4th. He kicked 3 up this end in the second quarter. Didn't trouble the scorers in the third. And he's going to go back and have a shot to keep Sale within touch of this score. It's come off the side of the boot, but it's come back around and not far enough. As Darryl was about to get excited, the chest barreled out. The ball went through for a minor score.
Taking Sale to 7-9-51, their first score for the quarter. They trail Leongatha by 13 points. The Parrots at 10-4-64.
Ball back into the field of play. They go to the far side of the ground again. Surprise, surprise. Punched over from Leslie for a boundary throw-in.
I tell you, wouldn't want to be on the end of one of those punches because that ball, I reckon, deflated at least 3 psi then as it went over the boundary line and smashed into a sign, put an indentation in there, worse than what we saw Cooper Whitehill put in the middle of the ground.
And then Leslie with a nice little death tap down to his toes, but reading it nicely there was Jurek, although he got quickly wrapped up in the tackle. So we've got another stoppage on the far side. We've travelled 8.5 minutes in this final quarter. Leongatha have kicked 2 goals to none. And they get the marching out to 13 points. Lang tries to run onto this one with Kim Drew, who's followed him most of the afternoon. And again, close to the boundary line, but we'll have a ball up inside the field of play. And
Darryl, one could say they're wrapping them up like a new big burrito from Zambrero to Traralgon.
Yes, that's very well said, Wong.
Come on, give me something here. It's on the far wing. Give me something. I'm trying to work with you.
The Zambrero goal of the day. I'm not sure where you're going with that.
That's all right. It's like a burrito. They wrap them up.
Yes, okay, got it.
Okay, are you with me?
I'm with you.
Thank you.
I'm getting hungry.
Good.
Jack Johnson handballs, tries to get a little bit of run through to Allison, whose left foot kick goes high towards McGuinness. He's got 2 to beat. Couldn't do so. He brought the ball to ground, though. Leongatha got some numbers. Quick kick out of the back line from Nash towards Hilberg. He's worked his play underneath it in a tight little spot, does very, very nicely, and kicks towards Jack Human. Will Leslie 2 or 3 juggles and takes the mark.
Will Leslie's second half has been sensational. Reads the ball so well, a general down back, switches play, but his kicking wasn't real good because
straight down Heppel's throat.
Turned it over. Heppel's got the ball, goes out to the long lead, and Ganane been up and about in this quarter. It's got players moving for him, and one of them is Hume. Unable to get there, Leslie drops back, gets the ball to the ground, tries to dive on it again. Appealing for the free kick there was Hanley, unable to get it, so Leslie sees it over the boundary line, and that is Will Leslie.
I'll tell you what, those 2 Leslie boys do not take a back step.
Imagine the punch-ups as kids.
They
would have been terrorists in their backyard, wouldn't they?
They are that hard of the football. I tell you, if there was
their Tonka trucks would have had dints all through them.
It's lucky Blake Van Roy's not out there. You wouldn't see him. From the stoppage, they try and work on. There's another free kick. Guess what? It's going Leongatha's way as well.
Oh, for a shot in front of goal. Jack Hume's quick to run over to the footy. Is he lining himself up for it?
Aaron Heppel, I think.
No, Aaron Heppel.
He is one of our contenders as well for the Gippsland Isuzu Ute Player of the Day. We'll have a chat to the player after the game in the commentary box, as Wonga will call home this Aaron Heppel shot on goal.
35 out, close to the boundary line. Ball is on its way, sits it up, lets the ball do its thing, and they're happy. The arms are up in the air. The Parrots kick the 3 goals of this quarter, the only 3 goals of this quarter, and extend their lead.
Yeah, I think that's the one that hurts Wonga. That could be the nail in the coffin, I think. Just around the grounds, we've got a close one over at Moe. Moe 11.571, Maul 9.11.65.
Ooh. Score back here, Paul Carter,
it's
for...
a 19-point lead on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard to Leongatha, 11.470 to Sales 7.951, and we've played 11.5 minutes into the final quarter.
Well, this centre clearance is vital for Sale to be able to get some score on the board.
There's still time.
On there. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time, but they need to get some clearance work happening here and get the ball through the big sticks. And the man for the job is Jack Leslie. He's got some good players underneath him. Lang is there. Doesn't go to him, taps it straight down to Pelicano just so he can tackle him to the ground.
And they're on.
And he's been called for throwing. Great follow-up work. He's mobile, he's strong, he's done it all today. Has Jack Leslie in the ruck. He goes short, finds Lang, usually a very good user of the ball. He's got a man out wide there and he's off and running, and that's Laverty. Goes inside. There's a loose man inside forward 50. He's able to find him. That's Freeman with a nice mushtaka. Tough kick from this pocket, though.
He could be the instructor off Top Gun, the old fella.
Now, are you referring to the new Top Gun?
Yes, the new Top Gun.
No, spoiler alert. So I haven't seen it yet. You can't go there.
Oh, really?
It's been hard. It's just been trying to get the bromances right with the right people to go at the same time.
You'd be sad to know Tom Cruise.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about Jared Freeman. Back to the game here at Parrot Park. Spoiler alert. Sale need this goal. Lackadaisical walk on in. The ball's gone across the face. Oh, they needed that one, Sale. Just like I needed a bit of duct tape to put around Darryl's mouth at that point in time.
Sale now 7:10.52 to 11:4.70 Leongatha. Harvey Norman Computers scored 18-point lead to the Parrots, and we've played 13 minutes.
Hey kids, that seat's not a trampoline. Stop bouncing on it, you'll break it. They'll chase you out of here.
As now he's getting heckled by the crowd as well, Brenton Wonga White. We're going to boundary throw in. 13 and a half minutes gone in this final quarter. Leongatha has stepped up to the challenge. Tainch was there. Gave it back to Allison. Now to Jack Johnson. They go inside forward 50 again. They need a mark, and Freeman was up to it. He dives and takes the mark on his chest and must go back and kick the goal to give them some chance. They trail by 18 points. 13 and a half minutes gone, final quarter. And the Parrots have kicked 3 this quarter. This is a must goal.
I want to see him kick through the ball a bit more, Daryl. He was quite relaxed in his approach before. He just needs to get some penetration on the kick.
Well, he looks relaxed again. It's a walk, it's a skip, and a double skip. And now 2 or 3 steps. It's relaxed. It doesn't matter though, Wong, because it's over the goal umpire's head and the Magpies are alive.
Great kick by Jack Johnson to set up that goal then, Darryl. He was sort of out on that far wing, as we've mentioned 1,000 times, but he kicked that ball exactly where he wanted someone to run to, and exactly what happened with Freeman.
And that's reduced the margin to 12 points at the 14-minute mark of the final quarter. On the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, we have Leongatha 11.470, leading Sale 8.10.58.
Maybe get some quickies up here as well. Daryl's got some indigestion to go along with the lozenges.
I've got a cramp.
I've got a cramp in the intercostals.
Give me rip.
We're looking for the centre clearance. They got it the last time around through Jack Leslie, and they scored the goal, so he's gone back towards Lang. Chasing up the work is Johnson, gets a handball over to no one. Handball out wide there was Heppel. Finds the man there in Pelicano, sits it up high. Got your work to do, sit under that one. And flying high was Lockie Todd, and he gets a free kick.
Free kick the Rooster.
Courageous as he went back. Plays on, sets it up. Lang puts him under pressure.
Oh, what on Hanley?
Hanley was able to get a hand on it. Bowman comes in hard. DeCirio a little bit slow, gets his boot just to the ball. You can hear the crowd getting right into this one. Bowman slams it on the boot. Ganane in front. Good pickup. Gets on there. He's got Hilberg free onto his favourite left boot. Dribbling. Going through. Goal! They've scored another one. Cam Holden. Lions gets his second goal of the day. That's the response the Parrots wanted.
Yeah, exactly what you said there, Wonga. And Ganane again. He's best quarter of the game for him so far. Just creates something out of nothing.
And it's back to an 18-point margin in Leongatha's favour at the 16-minute mark of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard has the Parrots on 12.476, leading Sale 8.10.58.
Choco, keep us up to date with those scores. There's a couple of close ones around in the Gippsland League, so if you get any, just jump in at any stage.
It's only the one close one, Darryl.
Is that the Tigers Moe game?
Maul 67, Moe 71.
Ooh.
Right. So back here, the margin gets out to 18 points again. Leongatha just get one there.
And I will tell you, Maul's hit the front. Well, 73-71.
Wow, there you go. You have got a close one. Any time they come through.
Shannon Lang's been taken out of the midfield, out for a quick rest. Going in there is Allison.
So the ruck work will be Leslie, who got a hand on it. Jack Johnson was in there, got rid of Bowman, and then caught one over the shoulder. Didn't have it. Free kick to Jack Johnson. He wants to move quickly. That could nearly be 50 if Marriott wastes a little bit more time. Gives it back to him now. And Leslie puts it into the open spot. Leading on a searching lead is Descent Marks. Beautiful kick from Johnson.
That was a great lead. He was hard on the goal line there, Descent. He kept coming. Pelicano dropped into the hole in front of him. He pushed past him and kept coming. And it was really patient work by Johnson to make sure that he set it up, let the big fella slide into this one.
He'll kick it.
Will it go through, though, Wade?
We know he's going to kick it.
18 points the margin.
Right.
Brad Dess,
a long ball.
He's got 3. He'll have to kick this all of 53 metres. Right on the money. Brad Dessem puts it on its way. It's not going to make the distance. Pelicano was in the front spot. They rush it through. They don't quite get it through. Kicked around the body from McLaren. And trying to claim the mark there was, is it Nash on the last line? The umpire said it didn't go 15.
It went 5.
It went 5. We've got a ball. We've got a player down in the back. It's either Wilcox back there. It's the big ruckman in Pelicano, so Wilcox will do the ruck work. We're 5 metres out from Sale's goal. McGuinness tapped it down. Ball in dispute. Quick kick out of there was from Bowman. Only as far, though, as Jack Leslie at the top of the 50. He fumbled the mark. It allowed Drew to come in and gather it and kick towards his target, but Will Leslie's been great.
Oh, he's been great.
It's either out of bounds on the full or it's a mark. The umpires will come together and they'll say, no, it's neither. I'm going to ball it in. Are you serious?
Juggled over the line.
All right.
The only way it could have been.
Well, it looked clean mark to me.
Yeah.
Pelicano has recovered again. It's going for a few logies here today as well as WrestleMania 17. And handball goes forward. There's Leslie again. Will sees that one over the line clearly. And that far wing. Ball been out there much today, Darryl?
No, first time today.
We're taking any stats on that, Paul Cuddle? Time spent on far wing.
It's over the 90% mark, I'm sure.
Comes back in the front spot was Leslie, missed it. Pelicano dives on it. The umpire's going to have no choice but to ball this one up. We've gone 18 minutes here at Parrot Park. Leongatha 12 goals, 476 to Sale, 8 goals, 10. 58, and that's on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
Leslie tapped it down. Lang was there when a handball backwards to Johnson. Inside kick. Finds Whitehill. Gets onto the right foot. Puts it inside. Fly at the back. Will be from Desson again. And he marks strongly. Tall and strong again. He's been a handful down there for the Parrots' defence, but he must convert. He couldn't a couple of moments ago.
He'll kick this.
Will it go through, Wade?
The good thing about doing that, Wade, eventually you're right.
Yep.
This is a big moment, Darryl, thanks to the Mall Bowling Club.
He's a bit closer to goal too.
He's only kicked 3 this game. They all came in the second quarter.
So he rolls in. This time it's only from about 40 metres. Puts it on its way. It's over the goal umpire's head. 19 and 3/4 minutes gone, final quarter, and the margin's back to 12.
Certainly the one the Magpies needed here, but I think they need to try something different and maybe look to throw someone forward, someone different. I don't know, Darryl, what do you think? They maybe a couple of small guys down the forward line, or let them get under the feet of Desson.
Maybe just open it up, get them all out, and let Brad Desson one out.
12-point margin separating the teams at the 20-minute mark of the final quarter. Leongatha leading 12-4-76 to Sale 19-64 on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
Well,
great game.
The great game. The big guns are back into the midfield. Willis going up now against Leslie. There's another nice tap there by Leslie. But the ball falls to Marriott, the Raging Bull. Streaming forward, there's Ganane and goes underneath the ball, getting back to Todd. He's tackled hard and slammed down. The umpire says play on. Nothing doing. Inside forward 50. We're going to ball it up.
I'll tell you who is happy about that tackle. The boys at the can bar, the reserve celebrating their premiership.
They were excited by that one, of course. It goes up. Leslie, this time against Pelicano, running on, picking the ball up. There's Heppel tackled. Dropping the ball. Will Leslie. He's been a sensation in this second half. Desperately saves a goal. A certain goal as Aaron Heppel was running into it. And he plays on. He kicks it outside the 50. Kicks out there with his bro. He can't take the mark. Trying to get the ball back. Willis has got it. He sells some candy, the big boy. Goes down long. There's Leslie again, juggling, can't take it, falls behind, slips, and goes to the comfort of the boundary line. Wow. There's a couple of good players there. Will Leslie just doing everything he can for his Sale. And then he got the big guy out there, Willis, tiptoeing around the opposition, selling some candy and sending it deep inside Leongatha's attacking forward line.
Well, we've had 6 goals in this quarter. We're just going to work out how long we reckon the last quarter might go for as Thacker kicked it out. Got it outside his defensive 50, close to the boundary line. Paul Carter, first 3 quarters have gone.
28 minutes between 28:10 and 28:40.
All right, and the first quarter, just by interest, we had 6 goals kicked in that quarter as well.
That was the 28:10.
So you think that we're going to go around that 28-minute mark? You'd think they're currently sits at 22.
Oh, sorry, 28:50, 28:40, 28:40.
All right, so we're tipping 28 minutes, I reckon. We've got 6 to go. Sale trail by 12 points at the moment. It's in Leongatha's forward 50, though, for another boundary throw-in.
I've got a score rate update from Moe, Darryl. Maul 12-14, Moe 11-6.
Ooh, Tigers might get the upset win over injury-depleted Lions.
Poppy will be spilling. You're not there calling.
Yeah, as the ball comes back into the field of play. Here's Leslie, taps it to his runner in. Cooper Whitehill barrels one towards the middle of the ground. One-on-ones everywhere. Who can win it? Out there is Collins. Took it on. Great little work coming the other direction from Freeman. He's got some space, but he overran the football. Hume was there. Gave it backwards. Sold some candy. Was Nash. Nicely done. Right foot kick. Hellberg can mark on his chest. And this could just about seal it. Aaron Hillberg at the 23-minute mark of the final quarter for Leongatha. He might pass it off. He plays on. Rolls around. Left foot on its way. And there's your sealer. The game's done. The crowd's up and about. Aaron Hillberg's put it through. And the Parrots, you think, will remain undefeated still in 2022.
Yeah, they've certainly, Sale have held in all day, but that goal obviously is the sealer. We called it a couple of goals ago, to be honest. But yeah, look, Leongatha, they're just a class outfit, and you've got to be at them all game. And unfortunately for Sale, they're not going to go home with the points.
And that takes Leongatha to 13-4-82. It's an 18-point lead over Sale, 19-64. Coming up to the 24-minute mark of the final quarter on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
The ruckman to go at it again. He's been doing it almost single-handedly all day as Jack Leslie as he wins another tap down to Lang. Then picks it up himself and gets the clearance, but the umpire's going to call it back. It's going the way of Shannon Lang. Is he just a little push there into the chest of Kim Drew, who, again, going for an Academy Award, just hit the deck a little bit too easily. He's taking his time here, Shannon Lang. You haven't got much time, Shannon. The clock's ticking down. He goes long, looking for the long leader, Descent. Can't find him. Ball spills over the back. Getting back there to mop up was O'Loughlin. He's been a rock back there all day, as has Wilcox. They're trying to work this through. They've got the numbers here, the Parrots. Plenty of numbers getting around. Going over that one was Sam Forrester. But they got there. It's high tackle. Umpire said no. Play on Marriott. Lurking around, looking for the footy. The footy's going to be balled up right on Sales attacking 50.
Kane Martin and Nash didn't like each other for a moment. Now they do. It's okay.
No.
No, still not okay.
No, still not okay.
It's like you call truce and then go at it again. From the stoppage again, Big Willis just tapped it down, then picked it up and then lost it. Again, we'll have a stoppage 52 metres out. 25-minute mark of this final quarter. Time now to start thinking about our Gippsland Isuzu player of the day. Leongatha going to win the game. Heppel's been great. Hillberg's had a good game as well. But Ned Hanley's been very good. Marriott's been well held today. Bowman's had a good second half. We'll get to those in a moment as this ball gets towards half forward for the Magpies. Freeman was there. Handballed off to the run. Got it back inside forward 50 from Allison. It goes to the goal line. Wilcox is back there. Handball to a teammate in Nash and Laverty. And over it goes. Boundary throw in. 10 metres around from Sales goal. They need a quick one here, Wong.
Yeah, they do. I think the game's almost done. As we heard from Paul Carter, 28 minutes has been... Every quarter thus far has gone that long, and we've just ticked over 26 minutes on beautiful clear skies over here at Leongatha. Beautiful South Gippsland. So I'm not sure what Jack Johnston was doing there. It looked like something out of National Geographic. He was trying to climb over the top to procreate. He was unable to do so, so the free kick's gone the way of Willis.
Willis just holds on to it. He's a bit shell-shocked from the incident that's just occurred. As you would be, as Willis put it now out. Kicks it towards the boundary line, and we've got a boundary throw in. And
is that where the line? What are you doing there, Willis?
I don't want to think what two animals.
That could have been a big moment.
Well, in a few months' time it might be. Willis, as the ball's back in, this time a more conventional ruck contest against Leslie. Luther Jurek couldn't handle it the first time. Here's Allison for the Magpies. His kick, scrubby little one inside forward 50 it goes. Laverty overruns it. Ball still in dispute. Quick kick off the ground there was from Collins, but Wilcox was good for the Parrots. Won it and then delivered it out wide to Kim Drew. And Kim Drew can just hold things up. We've ticked over 27 minutes. The margin is at 18 points. Here's Brenton Wonga-White on Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Goes long out to that beloved far wing. The players fly high. No one can get a clear possession. Heppel's in there trying to push the ball forward and... It's going out of bounds again.
You know, on a day like today when the ball spent that much time on the far wing, I reckon Blake Van Roy would still spend time on this side and he still wouldn't touch it.
Poor Blake. He's had a rough day.
He has had a rough day.
He's copped it out there, but play resumes as Marriott dives for this one. The umpire says, no, throw it on in again. I don't know what's wrong with this grandstand side. It's a beautiful side.
Beautiful.
There's a lot of space out here, a lot of greenery. The supporters are loud and proud over here.
Might ask Mel Mackey to build a grandstand on the other side in the commentary box.
They can make it come over this way. The ball in dispute again, trying to get it out there is Luther. What's his last name? Jurek. I was going to go Vandercross, but he's not a singer. So Luther Jurek has got the ball. He's won himself the free kick. No, he's going to hand this one over.
And we've just crossed the 28-minute mark, so we'll see what happens.
Kim Drew with the ball, half-back flank, looking around for his options. It's around about this time, you think, just blow the siren up. The game is all done and dusted. Flying high there, he's been great today, was Jack Leslie, unable to bring the mark down, still working hard on the bottom of the pack. Have we ever given the best on ground to a player out of the losing side? Because he'd have to be close.
He would be, but I'm not sure how the post-game interview would go.
No, it'd probably be bugger off, and you know what you can do with that microphone.
I do like Wilcox, the backman, trying to get into the forward action, and Brad Desson has followed him down.
He's tracked him down. He said, look, you kicked 4 on me today, but I'm going to try and get one back. As that ball's still over there on that far wing.
You go into the sale rooms then and ask if he wants to have a chat. I'll let you do that.
No,
what do you reckon Jack Johnson might say to you when you walk in?
No, he'd say you lost.
Yeah, you're not talking to him.
29 minutes gone, Paul. This is blowing out your the run of 28-minute quarters.
Like all good theories.
Yes, it's out there, and Marriott's over the top of the ball, trying to get it out. Drew gets a quick kick, sits it up there, makes the work there for Hanley. Been another good player today. Falls out from the pack. Oh, there he is. Luther Jurek, Marriott on the non-preferred, just gets it forward. Dragged off the ball. The umpire's going to give a free kick.
Why not?
Going the way of Mitch Bound it is. Bound it goes. Bound into the forward line. And no one is able to take the mark. Coming there through hard is Glenane. That's Glenane of Sale. Unable to get a free kick. A little bit of volleyball going. Tap, 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 tap away. And the umpire is going to let this one go out of bounds for yet another throw-in. Guess what? It's not on the far wing, it's on the half-forward flank.
It's still on the other side of the ground. Ticked over 30 minutes, final quarter margin. 18 points. Leongatha going to remain undefeated for season 2022. A great game of football, though. Hopefully you've enjoyed it.
As our man Choco gets ready, he's just feverishly going for the phone, trying to get all the scores out there for around the ground. Thanks for Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland.
Still got Morwell in front by 3 points at Moe.
Must be getting late there as well. Quick kick off the ground by Luther Jurek.
Make that 9.
Towards the wing area. Bound had it wrapped up in the tackle. Now, we've travelled 30 and a half minutes. Now, this is a little bit uncanny with today's game. I want to check that the timekeepers are still awake. The sun's starting to set in South Gippsland. A beautiful spot to be as well. We've got another boundary throw in. Jack Johnson lets that go.
It's dropped about 12 degrees, I think, Darryl.
It has. Leongatha 13,482. Currently 18 points in front of Sale, 9-10-64.
It's had more scoring shots to Sale. It just shows that pressure. We spoke about that in the first quarter. They had the opportunity to get some goals on the board. They weren't able to do it. That's a beautiful run-down tackle there by Cooper Whitehill. Certainly been one of Sale's best today. Still going up until the last dying seconds of this game. He looks forward. Not a whole lot of movement going up there for him. Kane Martin lurking around centre half forward. He's going to be the one to have to go with Lang, and there goes the final siren.
18 points.